Good afternoon and welcome to St James's Park for a massive game of football. Newcastle United women versus Portsmouth women, and here with Lee Lawler inside St James's Park. We're here in the press area, the press box, for a absolutely massive game. We can actually see the trophy in front of us, Lee. There's the prize, but it's not a final, it's a semi-final. Is that bad luck having a trophy here while it's still a semi-final?
It feels like a final though, doesn't it? Because the trophy's here and it's such a big venue, St James's Park, and obviously we know that the final's going to be played at Kenilworth Road, which is, I'll be polite and say, a bit of a downgrade from here.
Yeah, certainly. You probably hear a lot of noise in the background. Obviously, there's so many people here today. The owners were here, of course. Darren Eales and Amanda Staveley were here to give Becky Langley a really nice picture for her 100th game in charge of Newcastle United women. It's been an absolutely fantastic ride, Lee, since Becky's taken over, since pre-lockdown. Before she took over.
She's just literally had a trophy presentation. Excuse me. Of making 100 games in charge of Newcastle United. I always remember when that change happened, because Andy Innes was in charge before this magic happened. And I think Becky deserved a lot of credits, but not just Becky, the support around her, including all the way to the top to Sue Cummins, all the way down to Grace Donnelly, all the way from top to bottom. Everyone deserves credit, but big shout out to Becky, because we're on the brink of a double promotion and on the verge of a cup final.
Yeah, certainly. It's been an unbelievable season so far. Only one defeat in the league, only one defeat in the cup against Manchester United, which is always going to be a difficult game with Manchester United being in the WSL. But this is an opportunity. Win today, they go in as favourites in the final against either Halifax Town or #United at Kenilworth Road, home of Luton Town, which I know you're not too massively happy about, but it's still, let's give Luton Town credit. It's a Premier League grounds for the winners for today.
Well, it's technically a Premier League ground, but it's not in terms of facilities. I just think it's because it's a showpiece, and obviously we've championed the women for such a long time on the channel. I do agree with what Joe said as well, as that it should be a better venue, and also not just that, the travelling as well. Luton, I was there last night doing the vlog. Luton's like a good 4-hour drive. It should be like Midlands, Nottingham kind of area, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. And look, it's a fantastic occasion. Like I say, the women's game's growing all the time, Lee, but it's just really nice to see so many fans that are coming along here to support the girls. Like, there's so many opportunities for girls, young boys to get into football now, and especially in the northeast, especially Newcastle. You know, they love their football more than any region, really. Let's be honest. But another chance to be a hero, another chance to be that person that sends Newcastle United to the final. It doesn't really get more motivating than that, does it?
I think it's inspiring for young girls, as Becky always seems to talk about, and the rest of the squad, is that they've got such a loyal, hardcore fans now, which we see home and away, and it's the same people as well. And hopefully, a few more people that come today. We are expecting a crowd of around 22k, and you still got time to get yourself down if you live within 5-10 miles. Get yourself along here. It could go extra time, it could go to penalties, so you'll get your money's worth. It's only £8 on the door. But I think it's women's football has grown in really over the years. We've only really had Sunderland, let's be honest, in the last 20 years. That's done well in the North East, and all the best players, a lot of the Geordie lasses from our team used to be on Sunderland's books until very recently.
It's changing now.
It is changing. You've obviously got Durham doing well in the Championship. You've got Sunderland who might get promoted themselves. You've got us likely to go in the Championship. So women's football's on the up, and look at the crowd that's drawn in at St James's Park, and we can still see people in front of her at the East Stand there, still coming in into the West there at the Leazes. So hopefully we're going to a really good crowd, and people start to fall in love with women's football, especially the kids.
Yeah, certainly a big shout out to the Portsmouth fans that have made this trip. It's a hell of a trip.
Good to do them, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a few hundred Portsmouth fans that have made the long trip to St James's Park. So I hope they enjoy the trip, but not the match. That's probably the nicest way we can put it.
Yeah, go to some restaurants and enjoy the city centre.
Get your picture taken in the ground.
Like Sam Mulliner. Hi Sam, I know you in the comments there. Do a Sam Mulliner, get your picture taken, have a stadium tour, go down the quayside, have some lunch.
We're just under 10 minutes until kick-off, Lee, so we'll get the team news for Newcastle United. Becky Langley has made a couple of changes, some enforced, some that she's had to make generally because of suspension. Beth Lumsden, the former Portsmouth player who Newcastle signed, Beth Lumsden, She's not involved, she's cup tie, but this is the team that Becky has gone with. Grace Donnelly will be in goal. Amber Keegan-Stubbs, captain of Newcastle United women, on the pitch. Of course, Grace is the club captain. She continues. She was actually out last week against Derby County, so she's back after a week's rest. Tyler Dodds, Emma Kelly, who was absolutely fantastic last week. Katie Barker, who's played at St James's, scored at St James's Park before, and so is Georgia Gibson, who's also involved. Hannah Greenwood, Jasmine McQuaid, Charlotte Potts, of course, who's been absolutely extraordinary for Newcastle United. Paige Bailey-Gill and Leah Catello, the new signings, getting their first taste of St James's Park action. On the bench, Casey Elson, Shauna Wilkinson, Bridget Galloway, Anna Soulsby, and the substitute goalkeeper Hannah Reid. Look, in terms of the players that were available to Becky, these were the players really that were only available to her. No Olivia Watt, no Beth Lumsden that we've mentioned before. Daisy's obviously gone on loan. Cara Milne-Renard has gone on loan as well to Middlesbrough and Norton, respectively. So this is kind of the squad that she had to play with, and it's still a strong squad.
I think she feels that you can send the likes of Daisy Burt and Cara out, who aren't getting much game time, out on loan to the Tier 4 clubs, but obviously we do have a few injuries. We can see the girls. Yeah, you know, you've got Erin Nelson, you've got Naomi, you've got Beth, and even Becky Ferguson. They've got a lot of the lasses just sitting near us here. They'll be kicking themselves that they can't make it, but unfortunately, this is football. You pick up injuries, and it's still nice to be part of the day and being part of. Obviously, they've been here. Colin was saying, big shout out to Colin, photographer who's very close with us, saying that they've been here really early this morning, just soaking it in and having a team meeting and having somebody eating and stuff like that. And this is what they aspire to. And now they went full time earlier this season, but a lot of them will still be like pinching themselves, thinking, bloody hell, I'm playing in front of 20,000 Geordies of the day. It's mental. So they'll love it. They'll soak up the atmosphere. And look, let's not kid ourselves. This is going to be a tough game. This is not going to be a 6-7-0 win that we sometimes see. This is going to be really tight. These are the best two teams in Tier 3 football.
Certainly, you're spot on there, Lee. Look, Portsmouth, we've just been speaking to a couple of the Portsmouth press pack, and they basically said, look, this is the toughest draw they could have got. They wanted Newcastle in the final. They wanted it to be Portsmouth versus #United in the semi-finals, so the best of the southern games, and then Newcastle versus Halifax, obviously the northern side, and then the two winners meet each other. But it hasn't worked out like that. The draw has been Halifax Town versus #United, who are playing at the same time as Newcastle United versus Portsmouth. But for Portsmouth, you know, they've done exceptionally well this season, top of the south in terms of the equivalent in terms of what Newcastle are in the north. They're 6 points clear of #United, who are in second place. You know, a lot of the press pack in terms of Portsmouth have been saying that they feel that Northern League's a little bit stronger, but look, the top of the league for a reason, Lee, is this is going to be a really tough test this afternoon.
It is. We're going to play them. Likely that both teams get promoted. I genuinely think the winner today goes on, wins the cup. Halifax will go out today. I think # are too strong for them. But I think it will be # versus one of these two teams. But like I said, this could go all away. This is a really, really tough game. We're so used to seeing goals fly in. I don't think that'll be the case today. I think it'll be tight. There might be spells where Portsmouth might look better in periods of the game, because this is probably the equivalent of where Newcastle United are. But having said that, though, we played Burnley, we see Johnny, we absolutely battered them away from home, so it can be done. And as I say, we'll probably play them next season.
Yeah, we certainly will. It's going to be really interesting to see what is going on. Obviously, Newcastle men's team lost yesterday. Lee's done the massive drive, so we haven't watched any of the videos from Newcastle fans' TV for the 4-1 defeat at Arsenal.
Dale's got his phone out in the stadium to see we're apparently.
Big shout out to Dale.
Dale, let us know where you're at, pal.
Big shout out to Dale. Big shout out to Joe as well. But yeah, really interesting to see what will happen this afternoon. Just finally, Lee, before the girls come out, and obviously I know you're going to be taking a few pictures. How is for Portsmouth? Is it a case, can they handle the occasion? Because Newcastle have had experiences they've never lost at St James's Park.
Yes, in case. I don't know if Portsmouth have played in front of like crowds like this. Probably not. Maybe, I don't know, 5k, 10k. I mean, they were all around the pitch as well, taking photos of themselves, taking it all in, because this is, you know, they're only part-time, you know what I mean? We're full-time, so it's a big day for them. And like all the other teams that have played here as well, it was big for them, so they've been going around taking selfies and having laughs and stuff like that, because it's once in a lifetime achievement to play a competitive game. We've done it for fun, we've played on the pitch, and I'll tell you what will probably surprise them is the size of the pitch. And a lot of people do forget, it's on a slope, so people do forget about that.
We are very close to kick-off, and we can see the war flags demonstrations. Becky Langley's face is in the background, and her famous quote, if you believe you can do it, then why not? And the girls are just coming out to the pitch here at St James's Park. Amber Keegan-Stubbs leading her Newcastle United team in front of over 20,000 Newcastle United supporters. What an occasion. How the Lasses is a flag that is in the East Stand, and there's also some flags towards the Gallagher, a nice Sabre flag as well. Really nice atmosphere here at St James's Park, and you can hear local hero in the background. What an occasion. What a chance to become a hero for Newcastle United women. The team news once again: Grace Donnelly in goal, Amber Keegan-Stubbs, captain of course, Tyler Dodds, Emma Kelly, Katie Barker, Georgia Gibson, Hannah Greenwood, Jasmine McQuaid, Charlotte Potts, Paige Bailey-Gale and Leah Cataldo. That is your starting 11 for Newcastle United. The players are shaking hands, and what a chance to become a hero, Lee Lawley. The nerves will be vanishing so soon.
But I just on the vlog, do keep an eye on the vlog coming later tonight. I just zoomed in on a few of the players that have never played chat before. Leah Cataldo is just waving to her family and taking it all in. Paige is very straight-faced. I think she's just trying to take it in her own way. Whereas Leah looks very relaxed, Paige looks very focused. So it's interesting to see the dynamics. If I can
interrupt, Lee, and it's for a very, very good reason. It was a really little night. It was a nice little moment there. Amber Keegan-Stubbs has been talking a lot about how emotional she'll be. She's on tears of joy. And you can see as they're just doing the last few warm-ups that it's just become a little bit too much emotional. Georgia Gibson just giving a little high five. But again, a fantastic reception from the Newcastle faithful. I've just heard Becky there just saying this is mad. So only Newcastle United can do this, Lee, can't they? Only Newcastle United can do something like this, really.
Yeah, I've just zoomed in on Amber there. She's very, very emotional. But one thing about Amber is that she's not from the area, but Ada is obsessed with Kevin Keegan. So as she walks to the centre circle right now, she's actually in tears. She's trying to hold it all together. So it's very emotional for her, but her dad's just literally put it on her all her life. You're going to be Newcastle through and through, and she absolutely adores Newcastle United. And this is a dream for her. She's not a Geordie like me or you, Johnny, but her family that's her DNA. They push it on her.
Enjoy the game.
We will enjoy the game, but nice to see that emotional. It means so much to her.
Yeah, we are moments away from kick-off. And it looks like Newcastle have won the toss, and they will be kicking towards the Leazes end in the first half. And you can hear player Pompey as well. Fair play to the Portsmouth supporters that have made this very long trip.
Are they up there?
They're right in the corner, basically just.
They're up there.
Yeah,
okay.
just up there.
I'll break my neck if I look that way. Do keep your comments in. We can't see them. It's just we've got that many cameras and body shapes and all this.
Well, Lee's going to be in charge of the comments. I can barely see the comments. There's quite a few coming in.
Mike just said good luck to the Lasses. Jinky said how are the Lasses. So yeah, please send in your likes, and drop us a like on this video. Come on.
We have won the toss, and we are going to be kicking towards the Leazes. Portsmouth are going to be kicking down the hill.
It's a mentality thing.
Yeah, Portsmouth are going to be kicking down the hill towards the Gallagher in this first half. We should get an attendance around about half-time, just after half-time. So it will be really interesting to see how many fans have made this trip.
It feels weird just being behind Becky here.
Yeah,
normally opposite her.
But exactly in terms of, but we're getting to see what she sees really, and it's a really good view from the pitch in terms of the press area here at St James's Park. But yeah, we are nearly underway here. We're just waiting for both teams to come out of their huddles. The last few words. What do you think they'll be saying? What do you think Amber will be saying in that huddle?
I don't know if Amber will be saying it, if she can pull herself together. I think there'll be one or two voices in there. I think Charlotte will have her say, because she was emotional the first time she played here, sorry. Amber will. I think Georgia will be giving a bit of advice as well. Girls that have basically played on the pitch as well, because, you know, there's a few of them as the crowd started cheer. Becky's clapping her hands. Katie's come over to hand over Portsmouth ribbon. But they're all looking forward. They'll all have their own different kind of method. Like Georgia's already trying to cheer the team up, saying how we.
Will Newcastle start with 3 or 4 at the back as we're just about to kick off here? We've got Jeff, legend of Nova Radio.
Unbelievable Jeff.
Unbelievable Jeff just to the left, and he's ready to get started.
To the left. There is Jeff.
We've got a few lads in front. I think one of them knows Andrew Neelan, so he wants to give a big shout out, big thumbs up. Andrew, hope you heard that. And we have just kicked off. We are underway here at St James's Park, live on Newcastle Fans TV for Newcastle United versus Portsmouth Women. think the first 10 minutes are going to be very crucial, aren't they?
They are, and I'm just looking around the stadium as well. It looks like a lot of the lower balls are now sold. The owners are behind us as well. Darren Eales is here, Amanda's here as well. But yeah, you're all right. The first 10 minutes, just get the nerves out the way. Don't concede. Don't do anything daft. Keep your composure and see the first 10 minutes out.
How important is it for the likes of your Charlotte Potters of the world, your Georgia Gibsons, your Katie Barkers, the players that have played in this environment, in terms of how they can help the other players, the likes of your, let's just say, for example, your Hannah Greenwood, your Emma Kellys of the world, your Jasmine McQuaid.
It's just like talking through, like, this is what you expect, this is what the pitch is, this is the condition, this is where, because it's a whole new environment for a good 3 or 4 of them that are starting today. And I think a lot of them...
Chance for Portsmouth here on the chance, but Grace Donnelly does exceptionally well. It was a bit of a loose ball, and the Portsmouth striker basically just managed to get past Charlotte Potts through into the box, but fair play to Grace Donnelly, who came out, smothered it really.
Yeah, that was a minute in.
That's a big moment very early on.
Yeah, it was a minute in. Put the match on, Mark. We can't for copyright reasons. If you guys do want to watch the match, stay with us. You can actually, it is streamed live on YouTube, but stay with us and you can have a biased opinion.
Yeah, you can watch the game live on nufc TV on their YouTube channel, but if you want our commentary, stay with us on Newcastle Fans TV. Katie Barker picking up the ball on the left-hand side, trying to go for the nutmeg, but Barrett intercepts, and Portsmouth do have the ball. The referee does play a slight advantage, but Newcastle do win it back with Charlotte Potts, who goes long on the right-hand side, looking for Tyler Dodds, but Portsmouth just about deal with it, and it goes back to...
Big one for her. Do you know Tyler Dodds used to go to Sunderland training with a tune top on underneath?
What a girl.
Only found that out this week. Brilliant. And we're looking for Amar, or rather, hear from Amar, because Amar always shouts, shoot!
Newcastle just keeping the ball. Obviously, they had that little moment at the beginning of the game, but Emma Kelly driving after a little 1-2 with Amber Keegan stops. It's a lovely ball from Emma Kelly towards the left-hand side, towards Georgia Gibson. But Nicole Barrett clears for a throw-in towards the corner flag, and 2.5 minutes gone. It's still Newcastle United 0, Portsmouth Women 0. Katie Barker will take the throw-in for Newcastle. Straight to Emma Kelly. She has got the player around her, but I don't know if she was holding, but the referees let the game flow a little bit.
Let's get it in.
Barker on the left. Can she get past the defender? She can't. It's a good challenge. Emma Kelly picks up the ball but loses it just on the edge of the box. But Portsmouth have just about cleared their lines.
Nervous kick.
Just about. I'll tell you what, there's a chance here for Portsmouth.
Keeper, you've got to come.
Can the keeper come out? She does come out. She times it well. Does Grace Donnelly after a long ball.
There's hesitation there, wasn't there?
There was. It was a bit and ahhing, which is not what you want in the first couple of minutes. Let's be honest. Portsmouth on the attack again from Barrett to McLaughlin on this right-hand side, but it's well played from Leah Cataldo.
Well, the shoulder out.
It was a shoulder barge, but shoved her off the ball. McLaughlin.
A couple of nervous moments there, the early signs there, a little bit. Grace done well initially on that 1-on-1, getting herself down, but a little bit incisive there. She was relying on Hannah's pace because she looks like Hannah is playing at the back today, which is comfortable doing. She's been actually great form the last few weeks. Actually, to be fair, Hannah Greenwood. And now you're going to pipe up because she's got the same surname as you. Because
very good player.
Not many Greenwoods are well known or well liked these days, are they? Let's be honest.
No, I think we'll leave that one there for another day.
Hope the lasses do better than that such and such yesterday. I'll keep that clean.
Yeah, it wasn't very good yesterday evening against Arsenal. 4-1, obviously it finished to the Gunners for Newcastle. It's Blackburn on Tuesday in the FA Cup, which me and Lee will be there.
Yeah, I've still got to put the last word out, everybody. That is coming late as I'm a busy boy of the night. So if I do ignore you, Jonny Lee, that'll be why. I've got lots to edit.
I'm used to it. Don't you worry. Portsmouth have a throw-in just inside Newcastle's half. We'll probably start the slightly better of the two teams, being a little bit brighter, but it is still very, very early days here at St James's Park. I think we're getting a little bit of joy down this right-hand side, but I do think the fact that they're kicking down the hill will make a slight difference.
And also, as I say, that pitch. A lot of these, this is a massive pitch compared to Kingston Park, and also
it's grass as well.
It's grass. I was about to say it's grass, and obviously the lasses normally play on artificial pitches. The only other time they play on grass is away, and that's not being disrespectful to the rest of the league. Some of the pitches aren't the greatest, but this is like a carpet, isn't it?
Oh, look, you know, I'm jealous. I've been very fortunate. Actually, I've been in a situation where I've actually played on the pitch a couple of occasions, and it's absolutely incredible.
Questions come in for you, Johnny.
Come on then.
Does this game go extra time or penalties?
It does go to extra time.
That's from Jonathan, funny enough.
Great name as well. Yes, it does go to extra time and penalties if it does end as a draw in the semi-final. It doesn't go as normally with the League Cup, obviously. It's penalties and that's it, really. No extra time, but this will go to extra time and penalties if it stays as a draw.
And it's also interesting, if Newcastle get promoted, they can't play in this cup competition next season because it's only for Tier 3 and Tier 4. This cup competition, Newcastle will go in the Continental Cup where they'll play some of the big girls.
Crowd trying to help this Newcastle United team. A few challenges coming in, but I think Portsmouth, I have to be honest, have started a little bit better with the two teams. They've obviously keeping the ball a little bit better. How important is it going to be for...
Keep your questions in, because we do like answering. Mike's just asked there, if Newcastle's get the final, do they win? Do they go to Europe? No. It's because reason being is this is...
Katie Barker down the left-hand side. Sorry to cut you off, Lee, but just hitting towards the edge of the box. She's just gone past another one. Can she get another chance in the box? She can't. It's actually intercepted pretty well by the Portsmouth
goal there, didn't you?
He did.
Yeah, no, it's equivalent. Think of the St. John. Is it still called St. John's? No, Pizza Cup. What's it called in the men's?
Papa John. Well, it's not Papa John's anymore, but I know what you mean.
All right. So it's basically the equivalent of Tier 3 and Tier 4.
What Sunderland were in a few years ago against Portsmouth.
Portsmouth our under 21s playing.
Yeah.
So
Paige
none of the big boys
well.
play in this. I say boys, you know what I meant. Terminology.
Yeah.
None of the big clubs play in this cup competition, but this is the biggest League Cup competition for the girls.
Is that better football from Newcastle there? Emma Kelly looking for Paige.
Still a major trophy.
It is, yeah. It's essentially the like I say, your Papa John's trophy, the one that's actually Portsmouth men's team won a couple of years ago against Sunderland on penalties, believe it or not. Lee Catmull missed the penalty that day. Absolutely delighted, I was.
Lovely.
Emma Kelly looking for Tyler Dodds on this right-hand side, and she should keep it in.
What a ball. Whip it in.
Crosses it in, looking for Paige Bailey-Gale, but it's intercepted and it comes back to Jasmine McQuaid on the volley, and it's blocked, and Portsmouth can clear their lines, but it's getting better for Newcastle.
Yeah, it was cracking ball. Remember the assist what she got last week? My God, that was filth. That was nearly another one where she played in Tyler Dodds on the right-hand side there, Emma Kelly.
Portsmouth attack on this left-hand side. It's McLaughlin on the right. Misses the ball, but she'll still get possession as Leah Cataldo comes in to pressure her down this right-hand side. She's looking for options, plays it back, and the cross comes in from Barrett, which isn't the strongest, and it's cleared by Georgia Gibson, and Amber Keegan-Stubbs can take the ball away. She'll run into possession, looking for options. There's only Paige Bailey-Gale going forward, but on the right is Tyler Dodds, who she does pass it to. Newcastle last couple of minutes get back into it.
It'd be interesting to see later, because obviously Portsmouth being part-time, fitness.
Very good
strong
point.
they are in the second half, because we're used to full-time. I know it's a big pitch, don't get me wrong. But it'll be key on that after 65 minutes onwards.
Yeah, certainly.
Any booing going on? No, there won't be any booing. It's a different kind of atmosphere with the women's. Me and Johnny, it was good to see Joe Willock last night. Will play on Tuesday?
Great block from Katie Barker there, from Danny Lane's attempted pass down the line. It's not going to go out of play, and Barker does really well. And Jasmine McQuaid can get involved, and it's a free kick to Newcastle. Jasmine McQuaid just gets in front of Rowbotham, and it's a free kick to Newcastle. First free kick of the game, says Jeff. That's why we've got Jeff. He's unbelievable.
Statman Jeff.
Statman Jeff is here for us today. But it is a free kick. It's maybe a little bit soft, but it is a free kick to Newcastle.
Jeff secretly wants to be on the stream.
Yeah, we'll get Jeff's opinion halfway through the first half. But it's going to be Emma Kelly taking this free kick. So on the left-hand side, maybe about 10-15 yards on the left-hand side, just outside the box. This is really the first chance for Newcastle in terms of attacking prowess. It's Emma Kelly, right-footed, crosses it in towards the goalkeeper. But it's a great header from Charlotte Potts. And it's just over the crossbar. Real opportunity for Newcastle. Goalkeeper didn't really look commanding at all. And Charlotte Potts' header just goes over the crossbar. It's still Newcastle United 0, Portsmouth 0.
Great chance that by Pottsy there. He's got a record of scoring 1 or 2 goals here at St James's Park. And I mean, do you know, since she's joined, I was looking at some stats. She's into double figures, and she's only been here a couple of years. Something like 16 goals, something like that.
I've said this for a while in terms of Charlotte. Like the fact that she played in the 4th tier, and how good she is. Like she should never have been anywhere near the 4th tier. Let's be honest. Like,
I don't think if she's supporting Newcastle, she'll play for her.
Possibly, but she's loved every single second.
I'm going to zip up, so let's get nippy.
Here we go, Tyler Dodds turns the Portsmouth winger in and out, left-footed cross towards Paige Bailey-Gale, but Portsmouth do clear. It comes back out to Jasmine Quaid, right-footed. She'll go for the strike, it's blocked. She's got another chance at a cherry. Comes back to Paige, who plays it to the right towards Tyler Dodds, crosses it in, and Portsmouth clear, and it's a corner to Newcastle. Portsmouth are getting pegged back a little bit here towards their own box.
Bit of pressure here from the tune, good build up there with the lasses, little ticky-tacky around the box, and Jazz, who obviously we know loves a worldie or two, she'll be absolutely buzzing. She's got the start today, by the way.
100% today. It was obviously between her and Bridget Galloway as well, obviously, who's scored so many goals at the start of the season. But it is a corner to Newcastle. It's going to be Tyler Dodds, right-footed. Newcastle starting really on the edge of the box, they're just making their way in now. Great corner, looking for Charlotte Potts. Header!
Oh,
just wide. 2 chances, 2 headers from Charlotte Potts. Very unlucky not to make it 1-0 to Newcastle there.
Great delivery by Tyler Dodds there, whipped in with pace. Dodds whips it in. There's Potsy. Oh, that's even closer. Even closer. Last 5 minutes, Newcastle been superb.
Charlotte Potts, can you stop her on corners? That's the thing, isn't it? Can you really stop her at this moment in time? How can Portsmouth react, really? I think that's the question from their management and supporters. Big day for, like we mentioned, we talked about Paige Bailey-Gale, who's obviously came in January. She's never probably played in a crowd as big as this. It's a big game for her as well.
Yeah, she's very experienced, obviously playing in the Championship. Jamaican international as well. She's the only full international that we've got at the squad. We've got a couple of youth internationals, yes, but she's the only one that plays for our country. But yeah, talented. She runs the channel as well. Been very impressed with her since she's joined the club.
Great turn from Amber. And it's Emma Kelly, and she's looking for that pass
towards
Tyler
again,
Dodds. They're looking at the right-hand side, but it's great from Georgia Gibson. Still Georgia Gibson strike, and it's a great save by Hannah Horton, straight down her throat. But Newcastle are getting closer and closer. That's 3 good chances in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was the first technically one on shot and ash. Potsy went close. That's the first one on target, straight to keeper. But if you keep doing it, you've got to knock that door down.
What do you think of that midfield? Because it is really, really interesting. The likes of Amber and Emma just above the defence, and you've got Georgia, kind of a bit of a free roll as well.
Well, Amber's been moved around a little bit this season. She's played in midfield, which I think she'll like to enjoy. That little bit of a bite. She's also played in an advanced midfield role, and she's even played centre back as well. So nobody likes that tag of versatility player, do they? Because you want to nail down your own position, but it does help the team, and she's not the only one. You've got to look at like Katie Barger. You're out and out striker until Bridget Galloway came, and obviously she's made that left wing position on Rowan.
And that was
as I said, she's made that left wing position on Rowan, and obviously now Casey Elson finds herself back on the bench because Katie Barker's been playing well. Look at Hannah Greenwood playing at the back today. She's playing midfield. Leah Cataldi over there. She's not even a left back, but she's playing there at the minute. So you've got to be versatile. I think Becky likes that.
Katie winning the ball back. It's a good little battle between Katie Barker and Nicole Barrett for Portsmouth. Barrett's probably had the better start out of the two, but Newcastle will hope to get Katie Barker more involved, and hopefully she can get the beating of her opponent. Portsmouth.
Just looked at the referee there, because normally you get a lot of youngsters, and I mean that in the most out respect. It looked like we've got an experienced referee today.
Yeah, it's Lorraine Catchpole, who was the referee. I'll be honest, I've never heard of her, but best of luck to her as well.
I didn't know you were an expert at referees.
Pardon?
I didn't know you were an expert at referees.
No, the referee's there. I have to be honest, it is so different watching.
Who's the ref next week then?
Against Stoke.
Not that guy with the specs, is it? He's
maybe,
awful.
Maybe.
Watch it be him. No, I've said it.
No, it's away next week, isn't it? It's away next week. Yeah, Newcastle actually top of the National League in the North section, of course. 9 points ahead of Nottingham Forest. Forest do have a game in hand. Burnley play today against Stoke, ironically. Great challenge from Amber Keegan-Stubbs. Great challenge.
We heard that. Amber Keegan-Stubbs.
I'll tell you what, that's a good header from Hannah Greenwood for a cross pass. Emma Kelly can pick the ball up, looking for Tyler Dodds, who does get the ball. Great first touch from Dodds. She'll be looking for Paige Bailey-Gale. She'll cut in and she'll play the overlap towards Emma Kelly, who crosses it in, looking for Paige Bailey-Gale. Free header, just a little bit over the top of her, and her header glances over the crossbar. We talk about these chances, Lee Lawler, and in fact, if you don't take these chances, will you look back at these moments as the game goes on? That's 4 good chances for Newcastle.
As long as we're only 15 minutes in, as long as we keep creating them, ask that question half-time. If we're still 0-0 and we've created a lot, yes, but we've got to keep creating them. Again, that's a whipped-in cross from the right-hand side, and that's our first chance for Page to get on the end of it and head down with the bar.
Just heard somebody there say how many chances do they want. They'll be getting more, I'll tell you, the way they're playing. Last 10 minutes have been absolutely superb. And again, they're going to have a chance here. Jasmine McQuaid looking for Georgia Gibson. Still Georgia. And it comes out to Tyler Dodds on the right after a deflection. Let's go for a corner ball. Yeah, it is a corner ball. There's another corner. It's another chance for Charlotte Potts to get ahead on this, and she's going to come up. Leah Cataldo will stay it back. But another opportunity for Newcastle to get the ball in the box. I would say Becky Langley in her 100th game will be more happy with how this game started from the first 15 minutes. Andy Cook with Becky as well as this corner comes in from Tyler Dodds, right-footed. Again, it's Charlotte Potts, and it's a great save from Hannah Horton. It comes back out to Dodds, right-footed, loops it over, and it's going to be a corner ball.
Corner again.
It's a great save from Hannah Horton there. And that's
could have a hat-trick.
Charlotte Potts could have had a hat-trick. Lee Lawler, you're quite right. They are knocking on the door, aren't they?
That's a weapon we can use because she's getting on the end of everything, yeah. They're going to look for a heat again. On your heat and all that, as Bernie would say.
Well, Jay Sadler, the Portsmouth manager, has just had a real go at his team, really.
Knocking on the door here.
Yeah, another corner, right-footed. And it's not Charlotte Potts this time, it is Hannah Greenwood. And it's a goal kick from the header. That went a bit high and wide, but set pieces are going to be very, very interesting because Newcastle are getting the advantage.
Pulled up the stats right now, Newcastle have got double the chances now.
Yeah, certainly.
So, and it looks like probably possession's probably even towards slightly out to Newcastle now. So, Portsmouth obviously started the good first 5 minutes, but we've been superb the last nearly 10 minutes.
Leah Cataldo loses the ball just on the edge of halfway, but Hannah Greenwood is there to intercept a long pass and plays it back to Grace Donnelly in the Newcastle.
Nice comment from Mike saying Newcastle. We definitely do a brilliant job of promoting the Lassers team. Thank you very much for that nice comment. How are the lads, says Gary. And any away support, says Jonathan in the ground lane, Johnny.
Yeah, I have to be honest, there's a few dotted around. I would say it's probably around about 300, 400 Portsmouth fans who have made that long trip, as we've mentioned. All dotted around really in that little section towards the John Hall
and some Portsmouth stand. Media are actually around us as well.
Yeah.
Got a local radio station, I think. And what else we've got going on? Like a fanzine or something at the moment.
Yeah. Certainly. But Newcastle.
I mean, if we look around the media, is a little bit. Yeah, I mean, George Culkin just looks so relaxed. I mean, look how casual he is. Just.
Yeah, big shout out to George for his fantastic article on The Athletic about the women's team. Really, really fascinating reader. Really.
He just looks so relaxed. Like just enjoying his day, and look at him.
Nice little cosy afternoon for George as well. Leah Cataldo with the throw-in for Newcastle just past halfway. Lane with the header for Portsmouth, and it's another throw-in down this left-hand side.
Also for everyone that's watching as well, the vlog's going to be a little bit different. I'm not obviously going to have not much match action because a lot of it's going to be centred around the day and the interviews.
Katie Barker down this left-hand side, great challenge again from Barrett, and it's a throw-in to Newcastle. Yeah, it is going to be a little bit different, but as the ball goes out for a goal kick. Yeah, tell us a little bit what
so you'll see me start off very, very rough looking this morning in Wakefield, driving up the car, then obviously getting changed across the road, having a shower, meeting Johnny and Joe, and then we're coming to the stadium. I'm showing you a little bit behind the scenes of what the press is and stuff like that, and then obviously you've got little bits of out of field stuff on the match, and then obviously we've got some interviews coming later. I've got a press conference to come later for you as well, so you know the vlog will be good, but I've got to crack on with the last word first.
They are seeming to be picking up Newcastle a lot of the loose balls between the little battles in the midfield. Newcastle winning a throw-in after, again, winning the ball in an area that Portsmouth are trying to go long and forward. Amber Keegan-Stobbs just keeping possession of the ball, plays it to Charlotte Potts on halfway. She'll play it back to Grace Donnelly. Newcastle keeping possession. Emma Kelly asking for the ball. So is Charlotte Potts, and it does go back to Charlotte, who will drive towards halfway. Plays it to the right to Hannah Greenwood, who will look to go a little bit further forward down this right-hand side towards Tyler Dodds, who twists and turns And it's a little knock. The referee doesn't give anything. Doesn't see anything wrong, but it did seem she got caught on the ankle. Portsmouth will counter-attack, and this is a chance for Portsmouth where Emma Kelly reads the run. And Emma Jones, who is Portsmouth's main attacker, couldn't get on the end of it. But Newcastle...
brilliantly well there, Emma Kelly, by the way.
Yeah, certainly.
The ref says the ball's out of play, but she did brilliantly. She's another one as well. Emma Kelly and Hannah Greenwood, the last few weeks, have just gone up a gear.
Yeah, I thought Emma Kelly was absolutely superb against Derby, where I spoke to her last week after the game. But again, you could have picked out a couple of players that were absolutely magnificent against a very, very difficult Derby team, let's be honest. Hannah Greenwood.
And also as well, probably even Tyler Dodds feels probably a little bit hard done by that she lost her place to Beth Lumsden, who was obviously cup tied.
Yeah.
Because she was absolutely outstanding the way it failed, but it's competition for places out as we can hear.
Player Pompey.
The Pompey are here, so some of the Portsmouth crowd.
It's a corner to Portsmouth after Hannah Greenwood got past Emma Jones to kick the ball straight into Rosetta de Gallagher. Corner, left-footed. Can Newcastle deal with it? It's a header from Lane. Not really cleared by Charlotte Potts. It's on the edge of the box. 2 attempts at the cherry.
Ping pong.
Portsmouth can't get it on target. It's well defended for Newcastle. And then the shot from McLaughlin is over the crossbar. Newcastle defended that really, really well, Lee Lawler.
You expect to from there. I mean, there was a little bit of a ping pong moment going on there, but yeah, as I was saying just before with Grace as well, me and Joe went up to the training ground midweek, and she's, even though this is her 5th time including the cup game, the Stella Cup, sorry, she's giddy. It's like being back for her first time, absolutely loving it. And she was obviously just saying as well, I talked earlier about passing her experiences down for the new lasses who have never played there, and I think if the lasses could, they'll play at St James's Park every week.
Jazz McGray picks up the ball on halfway. Georgia Gibson looking for Tyler Dodds, and it just doesn't reach her. Left back for Portsmouth.
Ooh, oh, you're lucky there.
Thought she was doing well. But Paige Bailey-Gill should have really intercepted that. It just went under her foot, and Portsmouth still have the ball. It's a challenge from Amber Keegan-Stubbs.
It was a free kick, like.
Portsmouth to see if the referee saw if there was any advantage. It was a late challenge from Amber Keegan-Stubbs, but nothing dramatic. It's a foul, you move on. Free kick on halfway for
tackles by Amber.
Yeah, she's got that in her locket, but I like that. I like that little the rawness, the bite, if you like.
Yeah, I'm buzzing for her, because she can now tick that off and say I've played at St James's Park.
Yeah, certainly.
Well, what I say, did you play in the Stella Cup?
Who, sorry?
Amber, did you play in the pre-season? I'll rephrase it, competitive game.
Yeah, it's her first competitive game, certainly, but in terms of the Stella Cup, I think she probably was involved at some point. I can't really remember, if I'm honest.
I think even Jazz has been swag, because it looks like she's had a spray tan as well. Swagger like
None of my
Jazz.
business. None of my business. Portsmouth on the attack here, on the left-hand side. Hannah Greenwood winning the battle to an extent as Portsmouth having to go back. But Newcastle defended well, and Georgia Gibson clears it for a throw on halfway.
I'm getting cold, yeah.
It's spring now, isn't it? I'm classing this as spring, end of February.
How many in the crowd? We expect, even we'll keep it updated after half time, but it's around 22k, we think.
To be fair, the Gallagher, apart from the upper Gallagher, is full to the rafters.
Lads here from basically any of the men's squad now, they would have had a day off today. They flew up and they got home about 2 o'clock in the morning last night. They'll have a day off. Johnny's just looking up behind because he's just...
I fancy Steve Harper, which is really nice to see.
Steve Harper's here?
Steve Harper's here, obviously.
Steve Harper's here, Amanda's here, Darren Eels is here.
Steve Harrell, of course. Yeah,
Steve Barral, yeah. He lives near me, actually.
Can Georgia Gibson look for Paige, and she does a nice little 1-2 and a lovely header for Katie Barker, but it's great work from Hannah Barrett again, and Nicole Barrett again, sorry, apologies, but it's just that last little second. It's those little minute details which will be the difference.
As I say, though, Johnny, it's not going to be a 6 or 7-0, is it?
No, it was never going to be. It was never going to be, Lee. Obviously, Portsmouth are a very, very good team in their own right as well. Newcastle, of course, being at home, obviously the marginal favourites between the two teams, but again, nothing much in it between the two. Well done from Emma Kelly. She wins it off Barrett, and Katie Barker's down this left-hand side, twists and turn on her right foot, looks to the centre, looks for Jazz McQuaid. Can she look for Paige Bailey-Gale? She does. She'll turn on her right foot, and she'll look for Tyler Dodds on the right-hand side. Tyler Dodds, right-footed cross towards the far post, and it's cleared well.
There's that second ball, lasses. Where's the second ball?
Looking for Paige Bailey-Gale, but it was just a bit too far. But yeah, look, Newcastle
first half.
Yeah, certainly we did. Well, just nearly towards the 25-minute mark, but it's a case of Newcastle just if they can make the right decisions in the final third.
We've had more chances, but they've looked dangerous as well at the beginning. So,
In terms of other games, in terms of what it really means in terms of the league for Newcastle, Stoke versus Burnley is a game we'll keep an eye on as well. I'll try and get the score for that in a second. Just in terms of the title race, obviously it's all about the cup action today, but it'll be interesting to see how Burnley are getting on at Stoke City this afternoon.
Well, what I can tell you, Jonathan, is Dan Ashworth's definitely not here.
No, he's on gardening.
He will be going. He'll be leaving the club.
Yeah, he's on gardening leave, of course. Emma Kelly on this left-hand
side. It's
side.
not bad getting paid for a full year.
No, certainly not. Katie Barker on this left-hand side, twisting, turning again, go back onto her right foot, looking towards the centre, looking for Jazz McQuaid. Jazz McQuaid will look for Leah Cataldo. Back to Jazz McQuaid. They're keeping the ball well, Newcastle, but
right now Tyler needs to hog that touchline. Yeah, needs to get out wide quicker.
It's not looking like that at the minute, but Potsy looking for Cataldo down this left-hand side, which she does, and it's a foul after a little bit of skill from Barrett. And Emma Kelly be looking to get this into the box. Just checking the Stoke versus Burnley score.
You love Burnley, don't you, Johnny?
Burnley. Nah, used to live there, of course. Emma Kelly for the free kick on this left-hand side. Exactly.
Hashtag 1-0 up to his mark.
Hashtag 1-0 up against Halifax. Emma Kelly with the free kick. Quite high towards the far post. It's a great header from Keegan Stobbs at the far post, but Charlotte Potts does exceptionally well to win a challenge, and she should get the ball in the box. She does get the ball in the box. Oh, and it just flicks off the Portsmouth centre-half. Georgia Gibson was there at the far post. Surely she would have had a chance at goal, but again, it's getting closer and closer.
Mark says that Stoke game has been postponed.
Oh, is it? Weather.
But hashtag 1-0 up says another Mark, different spelling.
Must be the weather.
I don't want Lee Johnny coming back. No, he won't be invited back. Last I heard of him, he was at Forest doing something.
Who, sorry?
Lee Charney. He was at Forest, wasn't he?
Still get shivers down my spine when I hear that name. As Sam would say, I digress. Leah Cataldo down this left-hand side towards Katie Barker, just right next to where we are, looking for Georgia Gibson, but Lane reads it well.
What do you make of the new signings in the few games that you've seen them, Johnny?
I've been really impressed. Really impressed, obviously. Beth Lumsden, of course, not involved, who used to play for Portsmouth, ironically.
I was saying to Jeff before, when you were talking to George, she looks like she's two-footed, Beth.
Yeah, she's got a fantastic goal. Obviously, the pass was excellent by Emma Kelly last week, but yeah, I've been really impressed. I think Leah Cataldo's been very good, and there's a great little pass to Cataldo into there. Brilliant. And it's Paige Bailey-Gay, left-footed strike. There's from an acute angle.
Great movement.
Couple of passes going forward.
You mentioned new signings. That is something that she is really clever at. Running off out, I know I said, man, I've got to get out of that habit.
Running off the shoulder, wasn't it?
Running off the shoulder, and also she can run the channel. She's happy to go wide, she can be unselfish. A bit like, do you remember when Shearer used to get dragged out wide? And Shearer, funny enough, was probably the best crosser with Nobby Solano. But she's happy to do that. Whereas Bridget's a little bit different. Bridget wants feed the goat, as we say, get it in the 6-yard box, feed me. Whereas Paige wants a bit more of the ball, wants a bit more of the build-up.
Competition for places, which is always good to see. I'm sure we'll see Bridget involved in the second half.
Well, she scored in the friendly, didn't she?
She did. She was fantastic. We actually interviewed Bridget after the game, if you can remember, in the press area at Newcastle.
I can't remember. Doing there?
Yeah, it was me, you, Razor was there as well, Matthew Raisbeck.
Is that when we had Ed walk past?
No, that was the
I can't remember. Was that many games? Was that many games?
Yeah, it was the West Brom game, went into the press area.
That was three. We scored 3 that day.
I think it was more than that. I think it was like 7 or 8. Well, I could be wrong. Let us know in the comments. It's been a long season already for the men's team and the women's team as well, of course.
Yeah.
Newcastle got the goal kick, and both teams like to play it short from the goal kicks.
Yeah, it's nice to see that's not none of the long ball. I hate long ball tactics. Don't get me wrong, it works. It's an alternative, but when it's your first plan, it's not great. Jordies.
Nice to see Jazz McQuaid, I think, has been getting more and more involved as the game grows in this game.
I remember when she was with the development side last side. Now I watched the plate final down Birmingham, and she was obviously Erin were obviously clear the 2 best players, and she's gone on.
Great touch from McQuaid as we speak, looking for a pass towards Tyler Dodds from Charlotte Potter's free kick, but Portsmouth intercepting it just past halfway.
And it's also nice that Jazz has obviously came from the development and gone in, broke into the first team.
Newcastle well defended.
Because there isn't many of the girls that are doing that from the development side. It's probably the nearest one that maybe wants Georgina Spraggin, who has...
Well played from Katie Barr, nice little flick past Barrett, running past a half, and it's a foul by Barrett.
Katie Barker.
And this could be the first yellow card of the afternoon, and it is the first yellow card of the afternoon. There's great skill from Katie Barker.
But he's just letting the assistant know.
I think the referee's done well. There is a yellow card. She is going at
she looks
pace.
experienced, doesn't she?
And that's not what you want as well, especially with Barrett, who's actually started pretty well. I know she's made that challenge there, but you don't want your full-back on a yellow card early on. Half an hour played here at St James's Park. Newcastle United 0, Portsmouth 0. Free kick just inside the Portsmouth half. It'll be Charlotte Potts that will take it, and she will look to go long. 5 Newcastle players in the box, or just on the edge of the box rather. Portsmouth have got a bit of a deep line. Free kick. Looking for Georgia Gibson. It's a little flick. And it's well defended. It comes out to Katie Barker, who's on the edge of the box. Portsmouth haven't completely cleared the lines. Right-footed, deflected. And still not cleared really, but Portsmouth have just about done enough. But it's going to be Tyler Dodds on the right-hand side who will recycle the ball. Plays it back to Hannah Green. It'll look for the cross towards Georgia Gibson. But it just about reaches Paige Bailey-Gale, but the defender was smart.
It's 0-0. I've got the top that Newcastle are drawn at the top left of your screen. I'll change that when Newcastle score and win. Any sign of Amanda Stavely? Yes, she's behind me at the back. She walked past us before with down heels. Presented Becky with a 100th game milestone. And Jonathan asked any sign of any other. Adam P's here. Yeah, Adam P is here. Magpie Channel's just to the left where Nova's here with Jeff. We're here. As I say, BBC Radio Newcastle here. George Colton, the club's own staff.
Newcastle win it back, and it's a good chance here. Georgia Gibson plays it to Paige Bailey-Gale. Great challenge from Georgia, and another good challenge from Portsmouth, number 25, Izzy Collins on this left-hand side to stop a really, I think, a dangerous attack for Newcastle. It would have gone down to Tyler Dodds on this right-hand side.
This is coming from the right-hand side. A lot of the chat, even with corners, have come from that side. That's gone out.
I think from the Portsmouth perspective, they haven't really seen Emma Jones get too involved so far, and that's a good thing from a Newcastle point of view.
I haven't said that though. You think about Portsmouth coming here half an hour and it's still 0-0, and don't think they'll be too upset by what's happened so far. They'll probably expect Newcastle to have a few more of the chances. Emma
Jones has won a corner after Charlotte Potts did exceptionally well down the left-hand side. It's going to be a corner floated in. And it's just about defended, and Georgia Gibson just about does enough.
I totally forgot I've got my cup of tea. Yeah,
I know, it's probably freezing now.
Let's put it on camera. There we go, no brands, other brands. If there is any brands out there that like to sponsor us, we do like our tea. Favourite cup of tea? Like
Yorkshire,
peppermint.
Yorkshire
tea?
Yorkshire tea. Yeah.
Oh, like a good peppermint me. Let me know in the comments what's your favourite tea. And how do you do your tea? You put the milk in first, put the milk in last.
I'm telling
you. Put sugar in, do you know?
No, sweet enough.
Jeff's been telling us about his cup of teas as well.
Portsmouth looking for a little 1-2, but Hannah Green does exceptionally well. Becky's looking for a free kick. The referee disagrees, and it's a corner to Portsmouth.
Put that down as a very strong shoulder barge.
2 corners in 2 minutes. Jeff, we'll get you if you just want to come just a little bit, just because I can't move the mic too much.
I don't know if you've seen this.
We'll get Jeff to get his thoughts. What do you think so far, Jeff? 32 minutes in, or 33 minutes in.
I thought they started very well, looked very dangerous. We looked a bit nervous at the start, but once we got into our stride, we're playing some lovely football, creating chances, but they look very dangerous on the break. I think at the moment we're probably on top, but it would be nice to get a goal.
Yeah, certainly, and Jeff hasn't really missed much in terms of when he was talking to us. It was a free
before that corner was taken. I've never seen it. The girl, what's her name? Jones.
Yeah, Emma Jones, number 9.
She did this to the crowd.
Really?
She's playing along. She's playing along. She's getting booed, but she's playing along for it. I like that.
Fair enough.
Shows a bit of character.
Yeah, certainly. Andy Cook.
Katie Barker's getting a bit of instructions off Andy there.
Yeah, certainly. Put it in the back of the net will be the one thing I think a lot of Newcastle fans will be wanting to say.
I saw Adam walk past Lee. Oh, did he, Gillian? I don't know if he said hello. It was Gillian. Should have said hello. I didn't bite. Only in the morning. Does the FA Cup go at extra time and pens on Tuesday night?
Yes, it does.
It does, is it? Oh, we could be in for a long one then.
Hope not. Amber looking for the long ball towards
7,000 of us.
Paige Bailey-Gale. Yeah, tell Tell everybody about the Facebook page, obviously, with the women's official Facebook page, if you like.
Yeah, there's a big Facebook group. If you get your phone out, if you're on Facebook now, and search for Newcastle United Women's Group, just request to join. You might be asked a question about the lasses. It's dead easy, don't worry. And you'll find out everything from the lasses you'll find out what the scarves. I should have brought my scarf in. From events to songs to players, videos get shared. And I don't like being part of a lot of Facebook groups, and that is the one I do enjoy. To get yourselves on, it's not affiliated with us. It's free publicity. Newcastle United Women's Group. Honestly, follow it. Whilst you're there, give us a like. Whilst you're there, man, drop us a like on this video. Come on.
Free kick to Newcastle just on halfway after Emma Kelly was fouled. It's been very, what's the word, gritty. I think both teams have cancelled each other out in moments. So Newcastle had a good 5-10 minute spell early on in the first half, but obviously Hannah Horton's really only had 2 real saves of note. Grace hasn't really had a save of note, really, let's be honest. Free kick to Newcastle, long again. Portsmouth deal with it well again, and cleared very, very well.
You heard the crowd there shout there, didn't you?
Yeah, but the referee didn't hear the referee's whistle. She didn't think it was a handball. Lovely from Jazz, nice. From Amber to Jazz. Good football. Can she get it towards Georgia? That's a no.
Only thing Georgia lacks is pace. Everything else is spot on in a game. Just so good technically, getting in the box, headers, arriving late. But there's a couple of balls that have been played in front of her that are a little bit too far for her.
It's a good ball from Robotham, but it's not good from
Emma
there, Jones and Newcastle. Really gone away with one there. But they're looking for Paige Bailey-Gale.
Keep us mouths out.
Keep it did very well. Hannah Horton, captain for Portsmouth this afternoon. Portsmouth had a good last 5-10 minutes, it has to be said.
Yeah, you can see why in spells why they're top of their league, because of everybody in their league's part-time.
Well played
nice
from
touch there.
Katie brought it to Georgia, who does what, because if she didn't get a touch, it was going straight out.
Switch the play. That's it.
And Katie looks for Amber. She'll look for Tyler out with the foot. Tyler twisting and turning. Nice. She's definitely had the better of the fullback so far in this first half. However, she won that one. The fullback, as I say, that commentator's curse. But Newcastle still got possession here. It's going to be Amber Stobbs looking for the shot. Well deflected. But Georgia should get that, but she doesn't. McLaughlin does well to intercept. Can Newcastle grow back into this game? It is still Newcastle United 0, Portsmouth 0, and that's a foul by Emma Jones on Leah Cataldo. 37, nearly 38 minutes on the clock. Newcastle 0, Portsmouth 0.
So the live stream, this is just part of the vlog. I've got my phone out, so yes, hello everyone. We're enjoying ourselves, aren't we?
We certainly are. 38 minutes in. Come on, Newcastle. Emma Kelly free kick, left-hand side. We've said that a few times so far this afternoon. Will she look for Georgia? Will she look for Charlotte Potts? It'll be interesting to see what happens. Right-footed towards the far post, and it's well headed. And Charlotte Potts headers it back. Comes out to Jazz McQuaid, looking for Paige Bailey-Gale. Shot on the turn, over the crossbar.
She only knew she could have had an extra couple of seconds.
Half a second she probably needed, that was all. But it's
touch it down, wallop it.
That's it. It's probably a second chance of this afternoon, but a first real chance, if you like.
Jinky says Emma Kelly is different class.
Yeah, she's been fantastic so far this season for Newcastle. She really has. Of course, she came in the summer.
Mike's asking if there's been any chances.
That's probably one of the chances in the last 5-10 minutes, if we're being honest. But how do you think Becky will see it 5 minutes before half-time?
I think you've got to keep going as it is. Just be wary, though, that we're not getting caught out, because there's a couple of times where if Portsmouth have a better delivery to their left flank, they're in on goal. But apart from that, I think it's keep it going as it is going forward. We look very strong in set pieces.
Well played from Leah Cataldo. She momentarily lost it, but she won it back very, very well with a good challenge on McLaughlin on this right-hand side. But as you said, Lee, Portsmouth down this left-hand side, they want to try and get them
there you go, that's the ball I'm on about.
Charlotte Potts does well there to Emma Jones, who better plays it back. This fantastic strike. What a save from Grace Donnelly. It's a fantastic effort from Georgie Freeland on the edge of the box.
Flying Dolphin is back.
It was a fantastic strike from Georgie Freeland, right-footed on the edge of the box, and I have to say, Grace Donnelly has been fantastic for Newcastle this season.
Steve Harper, I'll be proud of that one.
Yeah, certainly right out the Steve Harper handbook, if you like. No pun intended.
See what he did there. See what he did.
It was actually no pun intended on that one, I'll be honest. But yeah, fantastic effort. It was tipped over the crossbar. That's probably the best chance of the game so far.
Yeah, they're definitely their best chance, because obviously the management we've seen.
They were almost celebrating Jay Stadler and his coaching team.
Funny, we're booing their players.
Portsmouth may go short towards Barrett, but Emma Jones declines that and goes long. Can Grace deal with it? She doesn't deal with it, but Newcastle's defence do deal with it.
Cleared it.
Charlotte Potts did very well there. Amber outmuscled a little bit towards Barrett. Jones looking to cross it in, but Paige Bailey-Gale should get past the Portsmouth defender. The other Portsmouth defender slips. The number 27, Riva Casley, I should say.
Portsmouth, so Newcastle play in the Northern Premier Division, and Portsmouth play in the Southern Premier Division, because a lot of teams are still part-time.
Freeland finds space, and she is free, but no pun intended on that one. But Newcastle, and how many times have we said that with the midfield, whether that be Jazz McQuaid, whether that be Emma Kelly, whether that be Amber Keegan-Stobbs.
Oh, what a ball that is.
What a ball by Tyler. Winning challenges. Lovely ball from Georgia Gibson to Katie Barker. Still Katie Barker, great challenge.
And again, it's come back to Paige.
Paige does really well. Tyler Dodds has a touch. Can she pick up a player she can pick out? Paige! Bailey-Gale, no, she can't get it out of her feet. What another opportunity for Newcastle, Lee.
Oh, nobody could get a hold of it. Oh, it was initially a great knockover by Tyler at the left flank to Katie Barker, and she's running in on goal, and Portsmouth were really worried. Would have been a great time to score 4 minutes before half-time. But yeah, as I was saying there, Mike, so they're in the Southern Premier Division, which is the same tier. So what happens if Portsmouth, who are top of their league, win, they'll go into the Championship. Same as Newcastle in the Northern Premier League. If they win their league, we'll go in the Championship. So only one team from the Southern, one team from the Northern goes into the Championship. It becomes a national league rather than a regional. Don't know how you put Birmingham clubs in the Southern, Northern teams Division League.
I think both would be thinking.
There's a few. There's Wolves, there's Stourbridge, there's Stoke. That's not North. Sorry, Sam.
It's like a lose-lose though. Do you travel 3.5 hours to play Portsmouth or 3.5 hours to play Newcastle? Depends how many Southern teams there are, I suppose, in that regard.
I haven't said that though. Everybody comes after Newcastle because of the name and the ownership and money's, and obviously the girls being paid full time.
That's a pressure in itself for Newcastle, because it's a big target on the back.
Yeah, you've seen the Farrow celebrations when they beat her.
Emma Kelly again looking for that right-footed pass towards Tyler, which is picked up well by Georgia. It's defended well by Rutherford. Very, very even. I think both these teams have had their own spells in the game, but it's been a very even game. Jones lays it off. Great challenge again from Leah Cataldo.
I think she's had a great game.
Yeah, she has. Can Katie Barker get there first? No, she can't.
Leah's had a great first half.
Yeah, she's been brilliant. Just had the. What's the pass towards Tyler Dodds? If that was Jazz McQuaid. It's a good football. Onside is Emma Jones' left-footed cross, but it's easy for Grace. Who will just calm it down ever so slightly. A minute and a half before half-time. Newcastle 0, Portsmouth 0.
Wonderful Horseshoe just joined. Who's having the better of the game?
I would say Newcastle have edged it first half. I don't think there's been a lot in it. I think Portsmouth have had their moments. Of course, obviously the save by Grace Donnelly to Freeland, which was obviously a really, really good save. But Newcastle have had their chances as well. Charlotte Potter's had her early on in the first half, but again, the little moments in the final third is probably the difference between both of these teams at this moment in time.
We've got a lot of the academy girls that are now joining us towards our right. Just so they can probably get a better view of the game.
I think they'll probably be coming on at half-time, I would have thought. Just to have a look around on the pitch as well. Obviously the next home game for the men's team's next Saturday, 3 o'clock against Wolves, which will be a very, very, very difficult game.
Just to shout out the academy as well. The academy are going to win their league quite comprehensively. They're absolutely blistering teams. I mean, Georgina Spraggan, I mean, she's better than the academy, I think. 20-odd goals, 23, 24. I think she bagged a couple of the other last week. I mean, she's just blitzing the league, and Newcastle and they're doing really well with Courtney Varchak. I can never pronounce her name. Sorry, Courtney.
Here we go. great turn from Jazz towards Georgia.
Switch it, switch it.
And she does look to switch it, but is the pass a bit too heavy? It is a bit too heavy from Georgia Gibson, looking for Tyler Dodds as we approach the last few seconds before half-time here at St James's Park. What do you think the message will be from Becky at half-time?
I think you've just got to keep going. Just be wait, as I say. Bless her, the girl who's holding up that.
The fourth official has announced a minimum of 1 minute at a time. That's 1 minute.
If you can hear that in the
bigger
background.
than the girl who's holding it.
Yeah.
That blimmin'. What's the name? Well, I forgot what's it called, Johnny.
Scoreboard. Here we go.
Timer
Jazz
board.
McQuaid, last chance for Newcastle before the half. Georgia Gibson in the box. There's a
Corner.
slight
Is that
nick.
a
It's going to be
corner?
a corner to Newcastle.
It is.
The last chance before the half. I think this will be the last activity of the half as well. Can Newcastle capitalise and get the goal? What a time to get a goal it would be. I'm sure Charlotte Potts will be the one that Newcastle will be looking to get on the end of this corner for Tyler Dodds.
Right on half-time. Deflate them and we'll be on the up.
Changes everything.
On your heed, on your heed.
I think I'm sure we can hear Bernie in the background, but it's a corner for Tyler Dodds for Newcastle. Looking for Hannah Green, but it isn't. It's defended well by Portsmouth, to be honest.
Keep it alive, lasses. Keep it alive. Back in the mixer.
And Keegan Stobbs.
That's
Header.
it.
Can Page out-muscle the number 10? No, she can't. But she can give a foul instead. And that should do it for half-time for Newcastle. Against Portsmouth, it is nearly half-time, Newcastle United. And Portsmouth still drawing 0-0. Get your comments in. We are going to have a little break for half-time as well. We'll be back for the second half.
Go and get yourselves a cup and come back, obviously, when it blows for half-time. We're going to get, because I'm absolutely freezing, yeah.
We're fast approaching half-time, I'm sure, when Hannah Horton kicks the ball, the referee will blow her whistle. She won't. She won't. We'll continue
Who's the idiot? Who's the idiot? There you go.
Nearly. It's finished. It's half-time. It's Newcastle 0, Portsmouth 0. We will see you all in 15 minutes. Please come back.
Very, very shortly, everyone.
Hello everybody, welcome back to St James's Park. We're just about to start the second half here in this semi-final of the National League Cup. It is Newcastle United 0, Portsmouth 0. Both teams in the huddle again as we get the second half started. One of these teams will go into the final at the minute. They'll be taking on #United. They are currently 1-0 up against Halifax Town in the other semi-final. This was the semi-final. I think a lot of people from the outside were thinking we'd love to have been the final, but it won't be. It'll be the semi-final. It'll be one of those occasions that whoever wins today will be the favourites. But the Newcastle fans, the Newcastle faithful, are starting to give all the applause and cheers towards the girls in this second half, who will be kicking towards the Gallagher in this second half. Myself and Lee Lawler will be describing the action in this second half. Newcastle will kick us off, kicking left to right. Can they get the job done?
Yeah, horse mate. So the daft moment of
pace. Billy Gill's got a chance here. What a start for Newcastle, left-hand side. Can she get past
tackle?
Number 23 for 25 for Portsmouth, Izzy Collins. No, she can't, but Newcastle still have possession.
I've got a leaky cup.
Fast start for Newcastle.
Got a new cup and it's leaky.
Fast start for Newcastle.
Yeah, hopefully it comes out. God, another crunching tackle there by Amber. Went downstairs, got a cup and it's proper leaking. Like YouTube corner doing there.
It is, I've just been a nice good conversation with Renty and Kay from the Magpie channel. In terms of charity football matches, which...
It's got a bit chilly, like.
I'm telling you, mate, it's the last day of winter. That's what it is.
The attendance, we should have that announced in the next few minutes, I think.
Great challenge from Leah Cataldo. Really, really good challenge because Portsmouth were on the break there.
She had a great first half.
She has had a great first half. Emma Kelly looking for the left-hand side for Georgia, who's got a little bit of space down this left-hand side, does Georgia Gibson. What can she do? She'll go for a left-footed cross, which isn't really dealt with much danger.
Jazz.
Comes out to Jasmine McQuaid off the crossbar. What a chance. What a chance.
Keeper saved it on the bar, mind.
Yeah, I think the referee should really put the ball out of play. Emma Kelly goes for the strike and it's saved.
It's a save, actually, on the bar.
Do you think it gets a little nick?
It does, she does,
definitely. A little nick on the crossbar, Jeff? We don't know what exactly. Jeff's just saying, what were the two defenders doing? And he's got a very, very good point.
Hesitation, man.
They're both leaving it for each other. It was a good cross from George Gibson, but Paige wasn't getting anywhere near it. And he came out on the edge of the box. Jasmine McQuaid, right-footed, first time. Lee thinks there's a little nick. I'm not 100% convinced.
Just want to say thank you to the club, because I've been scoffing these all day. If any biscuit companies are out there, please do sponsor us.
Well, McVitie's sponsor Hull City.
Well, I did ask everybody in the vlog what's their favourite biscuit, and I haven't got really many responses to it, so disappointed in that. That's all I've eaten the last 24 hours is biscuits and crap and Pringles.
Have a nice vegan meal when you get in.
I'm going to have to start my diet on Monday.
It might not be that far. Well, not that far off, you believe you me. Portsmouth player did get injured in that challenge with Jas McQuaid for the shot, and it is a case that the medical team are looking at the Portsmouth defender at this moment in time. But early stages, and it's been a really, really good start.
Actually, the little potties dictating the little meet up together.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
Huddle.
Nice to see in terms of that side of things. They've got the ball out just to keep themselves warm. Obviously, they've literally just been off for 15 minutes, of course, for half-time. I'll have to mention Leah Cataldo. I think she's been absolutely outstanding. You've mentioned it before, Lee. She reads the game incredibly well.
Yeah, sorry, I am just doing
he's multitasking, ladies and gentlemen.
Some cutscenes for Bourbons are underrated, you reckon? There's Callum.
Sorry, Bourbons?
Bourbons.
Oh, that's a big shout. I like Bourbons.
Are they not too dry, though? How many can you eat?
Two on a bad day, 3 on a good day.
Can you tell the difference between, like, a
good one and a bad one?
No, like an Asda brand versus a...
No. I remember once...
I can't, like...
It's like Jaffa Cakes as well. I know it's not a biscuit, but...
I can with McVitie's, though.
Can you?
Do you know the chocolate digest, which I can tell when there's a McVitie's?
Fair enough. Portsmouth player seems to be okay now.
I just want to munch a fucking bag of biscuits now.
Portsmouth player seems
probably
to be...
got to get to Tesco, and buy
Portsmouth are temporarily down to 9 players at this moment in time.
What is that, earring?
the number 4 and another player's out for whatever reason. I'm not 100% sure what it's for. I don't know if it's for an earring or something like that. But it is 11 versus 9 players at this moment in time. Portsmouth are doing everything in their power to get at least one of them back on the pitch. The management for Portsmouth don't look very happy at all about this, I have to be honest. But can you capitalise? It is 11 versus 9 at this moment in time. Charlotte Potts place it to Hannah Greer.
Potts just said, get on, move forward. What's that, runner? Yes.
Emma Kelly on the forward run. Still has the ball, left-footed cross. Can it come to a Newcastle player? Can't on the edge, but Tyler Dodds, left-footed curler. Just wide. Becky Langley thought that had a chance.
I think Tyler's ma would have been a bit shoot there.
Portsmouth are still down to 10 players at this moment in time.
Why can't you just get a plaster over it? Or, you know,
I do think it's a bit of jewellery.
Well, why are you wearing it? Why is she wearing it?
Bloody hell.
To be honest, you've got to come prepared. If you're not prepared and you're wearing jewellery,
I think if I'm the manager, I'll be very
get her
frustrated.
off.
I'll be very frustrated.
Could cost her a goal.
Short.
Him a goal.
Still can't get it out. It is an earring. And they've obviously
got stuck or something.
Yeah, the earring's stuck. Just kind of seem to get up. They're still playing with 10 at this moment in time.
Why are you different weather when you're playing sport?
Tyler Dodds, right-hand side. Looking for Paige Bailey-Gale. It's a lovely header, but it comes down to Georgia Gibson. Just kind of seem to get it away.
Every game at St James's Park.
Crossing the box. Looking for Katie Barker. Just gets a flick on.
She's got a leap like a salmon there.
Amber will keep it in. We're keeping the ball well. Katie Barker, edge of the box. Jazz McQuaid, twisting, turning, plays it back to Emma Kelly. Looking for the shot, looking for the strike, and it's just wide. Oh. We're still saying that, Jeff's still saying that they still cannot get this earring off this player.
Now the ambulance crew's coming over. I mean, why don't they just temporary measure, just stick some... Like the day of the men's where they used to just put like plaster.
Well, Georgia's got a great chance here, and it's going to be a corner to Newcastle. They've managed to sort the earring situation out, and Portsmouth are looking to bring the player back on. And it is now 11 against 11 here. But Portsmouth are down to 10 men for a good 2 or 3 minutes there. Can Newcastle capitalise with the corner?
How many?
I think it's 2 or 3 minutes at least. 2 or 3 minutes. Tyler Dodds right foot first corner.
Custard creams. If you give us the choice of ball buns or custard creams.
First corner in the second half. Dodds looking for Charlotte Potts. It's in! It's 1-0 to Newcastle United.
What a header!
The local lass gets the opening goal in the semi-final. It's Newcastle United 1, Portsmouth 0. Charlotte Potts on her heat. It was on her heat.
On your heat. Carbon copy, Johnny. Corner from the right-hand side. We've been dangerous all game. Cross comes in. That's our 4th attempt. Leaps like a salmon. Heads it bottom corner.
The game here at St James's Park.
There's the replay.
Newcastle United women. Goal scorer number 23, Charlotte Potts.
It was a fantastic finish from Charlotte Potts. How many times has she had that chance? Well, I'll tell you, Lee's just said it's 4 times. And she celebrates in front of the strawberry corner, and it's 1-0 to Newcastle. And it's, I would say, on what we've seen so far this afternoon, just over 52 minutes on the clock. Newcastle deserve this 1-0 lead. It's Newcastle United 1, Portsmouth 0. Fantastic. Had a really good cross, and I have to say Tyler Dodds has put in some fantastic corners so far this afternoon. But Charlotte Potts seems to have been every single time getting the head onto it, and she got a head onto it right in the corner. No chance for Horton. Has been very solid for Portsmouth this afternoon.
I absolutely loved Becky's celebration there of Andy. She literally jumped on him. Yeah. It was class.
It shows how much it means to the coaching team. But Newcastle do lead the semi-final.
You've also got to remember, Becky's a fan as well.
Of course she is. Can Katie Barker get past get anything off the defender? Well, I'll tell you what she can do. She can make it very difficult and presses really, really well. Leah Cataldo again reads the ball really, really well down this left-hand side. Gets in front of Barrett, who's on a yellow card, of course. But Barrett does well to recover, it has to be said, and she can run with the ball. Can she get past Amber Keegan-Stobbs? She can play the ball forward. But Portsmouth not getting a lot of joy so far. Emma Jones can't seem to get the beaten
as well.
Yeah, really
early
good
on
time.
Second half.
There's never a bad time to score, let's be honest, but you're quite rightly, just after half-time, can they get that first goal? That first goal is crucial, is massive, and Newcastle United have got it. Katie Barker down this left-hand side. She loves cutting in on that on her right foot, looking for Jazz McQuaid, but the pass just wasn't there. Portsmouth will try and counter-attack, and Jazz get back in position, and can she get any sort of foot, and she can't. It's Quirk down this left-hand side, twisting and turning past Hannah Greenwood, but I tell you what, Charlotte Potts again reads this game really, really well. There's a thunderous challenge, a really solid challenge, a fair challenge.
I'm just going to answer that question. Callum asked what's the ownership done with Newcastle United women's compared to Ashley. I mean,
Chalk and cheese, isn't it?
Yeah, Ashley didn't care about it, to be honest with you. And then the foundation, Newcastle United Foundation, took it on. I mean, I remember covering the years back when the lasses didn't even have any sponsors. They were begging for sponsors just to pay for their kit and their travel for the season. Now, you look at it now, obviously the investment, don't get me wrong, it does help, of course it does. But look at Newcastle United on the brink of a double promotion.
Jones is unchallenged. I tell you what, Charlotte Potts again with a fantastic challenge. Really, really good challenge. She's been outstanding in the beginning of the second half. And Grace Donnelly does really well with the cross.
And also, I just want to put back onto that as well. Playing games at St James's Park, I mean, that's something that I used to shout on about for years. Like, why is it not at least being trialled? I used to always talk about why can't they play before the first team or after, you know, to get people more involved in it. And
well, they weren't even under the club's umbrella. Let's be honest.
They weren't even really when the foundation took them on. It was like kind of half of it until the club took them on, made them part-time last season and obviously full-time this season. And obviously it does help bringing in a professional environment because you attract a better calibre player.
Katie Barr with a great challenge on halfway ring. Lovely. The recovery
and I think
run's
it's also
been
we see
fantastic.
it as well, Johnny, is that the owners are always at Kingston Park, one in every 3 games.
Yeah. Lovely football. Looking for Georgia. Good challenge. But Tyler Dodds is there on this right-hand side. It's a good challenge. I would say it's a good challenge. It's a throw into Newcastle. Just right on the corner flag. But Newcastle have been absolutely exceptional, and the person that's been the most exceptional so far is Charlotte Potts, and that's why Newcastle lead by a goal to
she's
nil.
starting to shine on, and I think Leah next of our left back isn't doing too bad either, I have to say. But yeah, great defense. I mean, this is just...
As things stand, Newcastle will be in the final. Of course, there's still a lot of football to be played, and I'm sure none of the players or the coaching staff will get carried away at this moment in time, but Georgia Gibson does well. Emma Kelly on the edge. Right foot. Katie Barker! The far post, and it's just wide. The number 9 for Newcastle nearly got on the score sheet.
What a ball by Emma Kelly, man. As I was saying earlier on, Johnny, her form the past probably 6 weeks is the best piece of football I think she's been playing since she signed for Newcastle. And you interviewed her last week, and she said that she feels like this is her most enjoyable moment being a footballer, even though she's like, you know, she's not a Geordie, she's from the other side, shall we say. But she's absolutely loving her time at Newcastle, and her football's been sensational the last 6 weeks.
I feel like Newcastle have gone up a gear since half-time. I really do, and I just don't think Portsmouth are really... They're coping to an extent, but they're just not getting the joy.
You know, it might even get worse, and with fitness going to kick in after the hour mark.
Dodds on this right-hand side. She does have Amber Keegan-Stubbs for support, but she's probably looking to get the ball into the box, which she does. And it gets flicked onto Katie Barker. Touch takes her slightly out of position, but she twists and turns past Barrett. Left-footed strike blocked by the Portsmouth defender. But Barker still wins the ball back and plays it towards Leah Cataldo. Right-footed cross. And it just goes wide of the goal.
Grandad Shed says, have you heard of any MLS ending promotion? No, that'll always stay. The FA from next season don't actually look after the first top 2 leagues. It's been passed over to an independent, not like a regulator, but an independent governing body that are going to take care of the top 2 divisions. They'll probably make some changes to the structure.
2 teams get promoted in the second division from next season.
But they're taking over, so no, there has to be promotion relegation, because what's the point in competing? You may as well, you know, it'll go down the American route, which nobody wants. I think that's what's unique about British football, men and women's, is promotion, relegation. There's something to play for.
It's a really good battle between Jones and Potts. Potts does give the free kick away there at this moment in time.
Do you know what it is? If there was another match after this game, right? Say if they had 2 games, one after another, Potty wouldn't look out of place in that second game.
No, I don't think you're wrong there, Lee, at all. I really don't. We should get some sort of...
In terms of her attitude, her tiredness, it just wouldn't affect her.
Can Jasmine Quaid get the ball? Again, there does seem to be a situation where the fitness is coming into the spotlight a little bit. Newcastle seem to keep the ball a lot better. And Portsmouth, again, it's a massive pitch, which Lee has mentioned before. Newcastle do obviously train regularly because of being full-time, the only full-time team in division, but better football from Portsmouth there, but read well by you-know-who, Charlotte Potts. And Jasmine Quaid can look for Georgia Gibson. It's a fantastic ball. And Page is through. Page really good. It's going to be for the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper gets there first. It's really good goalkeeping by Hannah Horton. Really good goalkeeping. It was lovely football. Jasmine Quaid's lovely reverse pass into Georgia Gibson, and Gibson plays it through. And actually, Portsmouth, we'll go back. We'll go back to that as Portsmouth are on the counter attack on this right hand side. McLaughlin against Cataldo. I tell you what, it's Jones,
what a ball that was.
Who nearly gets on the end of it.
Great cross, by the way.
It's a great cross from McLaughlin.
Very dangerous and well, for Grace to keep her concentration there. We've seen goalkeepers up and down this league lose the concentration and gift a goal there, but she's done well there.
We'll go back to Page's chance in a second, but you're quite rightly. Portsmouth found space on that right hand side. McLaughlin against Cataldo again. And McLaughlin got the better with the cross.
Tell Katie Barker's having a good game as well.
Yeah, the left-hand side's been really, really key for Newcastle, but Portsmouth look like they're going to be making a substitution. Emily Pittman is going to be coming on for Portsmouth as the Portsmouth fans. You can hear singing. You'll never guess what they're singing, Lee. Play up, Pompey. Pompey, play up. First, we're an hour into this game. It is Newcastle United 1, Portsmouth 0. And it's going to be McLaughlin who's just put that cross in that's coming off.
For Portsmouth FC women. Coming on, number 23, Emily Pittman, to be replaced by number 11, Daisy McLaughlin.
So Pittman will be coming on, as we've just heard there from the Tanner announcement, on that right-hand side. Like-for-like swap. 61 minutes on the clock. Newcastle United lead by a goal to 0.
They've got to change something because Newcastle, as I say, yes, they've just had a counter-attack, but they didn't do anything, Portsmouth. But Newcastle have been so dominant in the second half.
It's certainly not over yet, and I think Becky will still think they'll need another one for sure.
Goal, doesn't it? You can't run that risk.
It's a great challenge from Georgia. Portsmouth clear, looking for Jones, but Potsy gets in front of her and defends really, really well. It's a good little battle, as we've mentioned. I'm sure the battle will have more chapters in it. But Newcastle are coping pretty well so far.
I think that's what you get when you play 3 at the back. You do run that risk of being a little bit stretched, because naturally, you look at that back 3, there's only one defender who's playing in position. The other 2 are playing out, because Hannah's not really a centre-back and Never's really Leah, but you just got to be a little bit careful that could be their way back in Portsmouth.
Certainly. Newcastle keeping possession between Cataldo, Emma Kelly and Charlotte Potts, but it is given away and it's a throw-in to Portsmouth.
I'd like to say Galloway get a chance for Bailey Gale, more pace behind the team. I think Bailey Gale's probably got better pace, to be honest, but
it's not much in it. Not much in it.
I think we will see that change happen later, though.
Newcastle defending it well and getting a throw-in out of it towards their own half.
Also, just a big thank you also to Newcastle United for allowing us for this opportunity to live stream. We're not showing any game footage, obviously in respect of their wishes, so this is why you've got to watch along, and we are going to be bringing you some player interviews a little bit later for the match vlog, and we're going to be doing the press conference downstairs with Becky later.
Also found a chance, and it's going to be Jones, and that's 1-1, and Portsmouth have got an equaliser, and it's Emma Jones with the equaliser for Portsmouth. They were getting back into the game, but 3 passes have really cut into Newcastle's defence, and it's Emma Jones with a dink over the oncoming Donnelly, and it's Newcastle United 1, Portsmouth 1. And the Portsmouth fans are celebrating.
A bit of joy on that side though, aren't they, Johnny?
Yeah, Portsmouth fans are celebrating on this left-hand side. Big goal, big moment. Newcastle United 1, Portsmouth 1.
Portsmouth FC women, number 9, Emma Jones.
Good finish, mind, you have to say.
Very good finish.
But, if you got a little bit stretched again there, that wasn't the first sign. Just got to be wary of that because they've equalised.
It's a great finish. Great finish, good movement, and probably one of the best moments of the match in terms of, from a Portsmouth side of things, in terms of the actual football. But can Newcastle, Natalia, can they get back into this game? But Barker loses the ball, looking for a pass towards Leah Cataldo. And Portsmouth having the chance again here. Emma Kelly having to defend well, is what she does. And she keeps it in play as well. Really, really well done from Emma Kelly. Cataldo can break down this left-hand side, but she hasn't really got a lot of support. She'll just keep on running. She'll keep on running. And it's well intercepted by the Portsmouth defender, by Barrett. Barrett again, being a right nuisance for Newcastle, has Barrett, the right back.
The thing is that we've got like a lot of options on the bench going forward.
It's certainly a great ball.
Great ball.
It's a great ball from Tyler Dulles to Amber Keegan Stubbs. It's a great challenge.
Fair challenge.
Really, really good challenge. Huh?
Boys and girls,
that's the attendance
here at today's game. The official attendance at St James's Park is
22,307 is your official capacity here at Newcastle United. What an attendance that is. 22,307.
And also just with attendance as well, they don't count media as attendance, they don't count, staff as attendance.
So 22 and a half.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pick it up,
It's a goal kick to Portsmouth. And I think Newcastle are going to have to show a little...
22,307. 7.
Lee.
It's still on.
It's fine. Didn't know that meant anything. Both sets of supporters getting behind their team. It's still not so much in it. But I'll tell you what, Portsmouth have a chance here. It's a good save from Grace Donnelly. A header on the far post by Pittman, who's just come on. But Barker wins the battle between Barrett and Barker. Barker still running, still going. Gets into trouble. It's a foul. It's a free kick to Newcastle. Barker is fouled there. It's not a nasty one. It seems more of a collision more than anything else.
A couple of calls saying it's offside. A couple of people saying that their goal was a hint of offside.
Saying the Portsmouth goal hinting offside, Jeff. Do you agree?
Stick them on. Stick them on.
So I don't understand why the Portsmouth officials are asking the fourth official to change the decision.
There was only one referee, believe you me.
No VAR here today.
No, certainly not. Remember, this can go to extra time and penalties. Maybe it was offside, who knows? It did look close, but it looked like good football from Portsmouth.
Yeah, they took it really well. You cannot deny that, do you know what I mean? It's
a yellow card for the Portsmouth player as well. It's another yellow card, actually, because Barrett is on a yellow. And that's Rutherford, that's on a yellow as well for Portsmouth. We are halfway through the second half here at St James's Park. It's Newcastle United 1, Portsmouth 1. Newcastle have a free kick. And Charlotte Potts will be the player that's over this. She gave Newcastle the lead with a header from a corner. Portsmouth equalised through Jones with a lovely little dink. Just a hint of offside. We're hearing in the comments there. Potts whiffed the free kick for Newcastle.
Sam says it was offside as well.
Offside as well. Potts looking for the far post. And straight down the keeper's throat. She does well. I think, with respect, I think Portsmouth have actually done well since they went behind it. I know Newcastle have had little moments.
You take the fact that, Johnny, they're playing us, which obviously we're the best side in the north. But you can see why, in spells, why they're top of their division.
Oh,
they look
100%.
very strong over, especially the through ball, capitalising on us.
Two very even teams. Two very, very even teams. Barker to Gibson. Plays it back to Barker. Twist and turn. Little Cruyff turn. Looking for Paige Bailey-Gale. Looking for Jazz McQuaid.
Oh.
Just wide. That was really good football from Newcastle United.
Another wonder goal.
Really good football from Newcastle United. Lovely little 1-2 from Barker Gibson. Barker with the Cruyff turn to get away from a player. Lovely from Paige Bailey-Gill when she gets the ball into the path of Jazz McQuaid, and her volley just wide.
Swagger like Jazz. I mean, she just took it nonchalantly. Oh, what a word, Lee. Didn't even know that was in my vocabulary. Oh, another big word. I'm doing well. I've woke up. Oh, that was nearly a wonder goal, Johnny. I mean, she's got it in the locker.
Well, here we go, great from Paige Bailey-Gill. And McKeegan Stobbs.
Get on side.
Plays it to Katie Barker! Off the crossbar! Stobbs again, that's twice Newcastle hit the crossbar. Will they root him that opportunity? Hopefully not. Bailey-Gill, Jazz McQuaid to Amber Keegan-Stobbs on this right-hand side. Newcastle probing, getting closer and closer. Crossing the box. Half cleared. Comes down to Emma Kelly. Chests it. Gets a touch. Looking to get a shot in. She does get a shot in, and it's a good save by Horton. Another shot, another crossbar. They're getting closer.
Yeah. Keep the momentum going. Keep it going. Because I think there could be another goal in this, you know.
Well, it has to be.
We've got a good, 20 minutes?
Just past the 70-minute mark. Portsmouth goalkeeper Horton slowing things down, taking her time.
Keeper definitely didn't get a touch on that one.
Can Newcastle deal with the bounce? Charlotte Potts certainly does deal with the bounce. However, it does look like it's
not wrong with that.
No sort of injury. I thought it might have been a head injury, but she seems to be okay. Emma Jones. Jazz McQuaid for Newcastle in the centre of the park. Looking for Dodds. Lovely ball. Can she keep it in? Because if she can, there's a chance for Newcastle. And she can keep it in. Left foot.
Oh, it's out of play. It's out of play.
Just twisting and turning past the
Jazz
full back.
Getting a bit more influence on the game, isn't she?
We need to give her the ball as much as possible, because when she does...
She's having much more of an influence on the game, yeah.
Certainly Dodds just couldn't keep it in play, and Newcastle nearly got on the end of another opportunity.
It's coming to that stage now.
They've been playing short goal kicks of Portsmouth all the way through the game, but it's the first time they've gone long.
Maybe that's why. Kick the ball out of play. You get at this stage now, Johnny, 20 minutes, you'll be thinking about substitutions now.
Well, that's what I was just about to ask you, saying at the minute it doesn't look like anybody's desperately coming on for Newcastle at this moment in time.
I think it's because we're so going forward, it looks like we're going to create.
Who would you think? You've got Casey Elson.
I think Bridget
scores big goals.
I think Bridget will come on. I think that's a given. Now, we did see them play up top together last week.
We did, and it worked. I thought they both had joy, but it'll be really, really interesting to see who comes
that
off.
That won't surprise me. Bridget comes on for Georgia.
Possibly.
And then you can play the two up top.
Newcastle have reacted well from Portsmouth's goal. Newcastle United 1, Portsmouth 1. 18 minutes plus injury time to go. Remember, if it is a draw, it does go to extra time.
Good turnout, says United. Just over 22k. Sam's gone out to say good football from Pompey, but Hannah Greenwood stepped up on time. It should have been flagged for offside.
Can Paige Bailey-Gill get it? She's a bit unlucky because the Portsmouth midfielder was stretching at the end. Great header from Hannah Greenwood. Jazz McQuaid. Can she keep the ball? She can keep the ball. It's attached to her foot. It's like...
Right, look to your right.
Like it's so easy.
Look to your right.
I don't think Georgia should have really gone for the shot there from about 35 yards out. It wasn't the right decision. I have to be honest. But Portsmouth got it away. Quirk plays it into the centre to Rawbotham, who's crowded out by Emma Kelly and Amber Keegan-Stobbs. Georgia plays a 1-2.
Give her it back. Quicker.
From Tyler Dodds, who plays it to Georgia, who's got Collins on her left.
Oh, Emma Kelly, well done.
Emma Kelly does really well, actually. Left peg towards Paige Bailey-Gill. Twisting, turning, shouting.
Deflected, one save.
Surely it hits a hand. Surely it hits a hand. Referee doesn't give it, doesn't think it's handball, but it's a great save by the goalkeeper. But Becky Langley was screaming for handball.
So is Georgia. She's adamant she wants
screaming of handball, but it's the first real moment we've seen from Paige.
Yeah, I think keeper's done well to react to it as well. Obviously the deflection has knocked a bit of a pace off. Portsmouth are making another change here. It's only one way at the minute. But that might be a controversial moment, but obviously we don't have replays. Let us know in the comments if you guys have got replays on that.
Emma Jones gets crowded out by Potsy and Cataldo. Newcastle warming up again in the second half, if you like. Newcastle have the ball in the Portsmouth half. It's Barker on the left. Cataldo helping out on the overlap if you can, but she doesn't need her at the minute. She's doing really well. Barker probably could have released. Look, Jasmine Quaid's there, and Jasmine Quaid's still on this left-hand side. What will she do? She'll look to get on her right foot. She'll look to give it to Amber Keegan-Stobbs. She's going to look to go for a strike. That just goes wide.
Keeper probably has it covered, but yeah, good chance there by Amber. Eyes lit up, thinking, you know, I support this club. I'm going to score here on the Gallagher Dreams, but Portsmouth obviously noticed that there's a swing here, that there's one direction. They're trying to make a change.
Well, Amy Hall is going to be coming on for Portsmouth, and that is for Robotham.
FC women coming off number 8, Eva Robotham, to be replaced by number 21, Ali Hall.
So the earring girl's coming off.
Sorry, I was miles away there. Yeah, Ali Hall on for Portsmouth.
Johnny's Dars behind her.
He is, but I can't see him.
He's probably chatting to Amanda, man.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. Hopefully they'll have a good time. It's been an entertaining game, that is for sure. Newcastle United 1, Portsmouth 1. It's over Emma Kelly's head, straight to Emma Jones, but she does really well to win the ball back. A lovely 1-2 with Tyler Dodds. Plays it to Jasmine Quaid. Jazz twisting and turning, gives it to Amber Keegan-Stobbs, who will look for Emma Kelly, but she'll have to go left to Katie Barker. Barker twisting and turning, but Barrett does well.
Everybody's saying in the comments there, blatant handball, but then the question will need to be asked is how far she's away from the ball.
Yeah, there's no disputing that it doesn't hit, it hits the hand, of course it does. Whether it's deliberate, who knows? But to be fair, we've seen them giving, haven't we, Lee?
Assistant referees both having shockers.
I did see one of the assistant referees give a throw in when it was a blatant goal kick. That's all I will say. Well, I'm not going to embarrass who that person was, just to be to be nice.
Yankuba Minta has come off the bench and scored 2 today. Yankuba Minta, a young lad, winger.
Of course, sorry, I didn't know who you. I couldn't hear what you were
saying. Someone just tells in the comments just there. I mean, like, you could be telling a pack of lies. I might believe you.
Gibson in the centre. Looking for Tyler Dodds. She has had the beating of a fullback. She'll go for it left-footed. Don't blame her.
She does it often. Cuts in on the right then because her left foot's decent.
Be interesting to see if Portsmouth will go for the short or the short goal kick, or they'll go long. Like I say, they've been going short all the way through. It's not even the goalkeeper taking them.
That must be a nightmare for them over there in the Gallagher corner there. The sun's beating in on them.
Just in the standing section, they've taken it short. Long punt up by the goalkeeper. Great header from Emma Kelly straight to Georgia Gibson. Looking for Paige. Chests it. Can she get past the defender?
She needs to look up.
Twisting, turning, looking for Katie Barker, but didn't meet her. Unfortunately, Newcastle can get another opportunity with Amber Keegan-Stobbs. It's intercepted well by Portsmouth. Newcastle certainly have been the stronger in the second half. Tyler Dodds seems to be slightly injured. Little knock on the ankle, but Newcastle will play on. Kelly to McQuaid, just below us at this moment in time. McQuaid. Katie Barker. Can she look for Paige? She can. It's Paige Bailey. The touch was there. She was through. It was great football. Barker moved into the centre at that moment in time. Still Catardo down this left-hand side.
Just looking at Newcastle substitutions, 3 of them are warming up. Anna Soulsby, Casey Elson.
To Gibson. Paige Bailey Gale!
The ball again!
It goes back to...
how many times do you want to hit the ball?
Portsmouth hanging on here.
3 times, man.
How many times have Newcastle hit the woodwork this afternoon?
Christ, man.
That's a second attempt in the second half. That's
got like a voodoo doll behind that goal or something. Bridget Galloway, Casey Elson, Anna Soulsby all warming up. Expect to see 2 of those 3.
Cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. I thought it was in. I have to be honest. I thought it was in.
Kind of went slow motion, didn't it?
Yeah.
There's a break and play with an injury.
Player being injured as well.
And Portsmouth and Newcastle players are coming over for a quick chat with the management and individually with each other.
Absolutely bonkers second half here. Just while there's a break in play. It's finished at Molyneux Wolves 1, Sheffield United 0 in the Premier League, and in the League Cup final, Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0 after 40 minutes on the clock. In terms of players that have impressed you this afternoon, Lee, I think for me, Charlotte Potter's obviously standout player in terms of getting the goal and being a real rock at the back. But Jazz McQuaid and Leah Cataldo have been really, really good as well.
Yeah, and I think Jazz is having more of an influence in the second half. I think Katie Barker has been very, very, very difficult to deal with because she's nimble, she's got close control, she can find the little pockets and go left or right. As I say, Potty Leah has been great as well. Tyler's starting to get a little bit more of the ball on the right flank. Paige has just had a couple of chances.
Do you think this break in play will actually help Portsmouth?
It could do, but if it does, then for me, if this does slow the game down, you get your subs on. Because you've got to think about extra time as well, because realistically you're 10 minutes away from stoppage time, and then we're going in extra time. And realistically, you don't really want that, but
Portsmouth, they did have it was in the keeper's hands when there was the break in play with the player being injured. They are looking to go longer a bit more now. They really are.
And this could be the place where they'll start to play the game down, slow the game down.
Yeah, certainly. Greenwood on the right towards Tyler Dodds.
Portsmouth are furious that they can't get a player
Tyler
on.
Dodds plays it towards Paige Bailey-Gale, who will play it to Hannah Greenwood on this right-hand side.
Portsmouth's management are not happy, like.
He's not. He won't be happy if they concede, but I'll tell you what, Katie Barker will do really well to keep this in.
She's letting her go.
She has.
Oh, she's not. Right, she's on.
She is. It's 11 versus 11. Georgia.
Oh,
just wide from Georgia Gibson. Little flick on. Keeper, I don't think was getting there, but just brushes past the post, and it's still Newcastle United 1, Portsmouth 1. We're in the last 10 minutes here, plus injury time.
The animation from Becky on every chance now. It's like she's like Joe at the minute. Now how Joe reacts Becky's like proper Jack in the box, reacting to everything.
The referee has stopped the game. It's
the assistant referee saying, "Look, the
referee stopped the game." And
I think the manager might get a yellow card here.
Be interesting. It's just talking to the Portsmouth manager. Just talking to I think the fact that the player was being delayed. That's I think the only thing I can really think of. But it's a discussion, and that's all it is. But it is a corner. I thought it was a goal kick, but the linesman's given the corner to Newcastle. It will be Dodds. Can it be the Dodds Pot partnership again? Dodds with the cross. How's it not gone in?
I think the keeper's touched it on the defender and gone for another corner.
I think Paige Bailey-Gale is the closest Newcastle player to get onto it.
Becky still can't believe we haven't scored here, you know.
I think that'll be one of the questions we ask Becky later on this afternoon. It's another corner. Dodds will go to the strawberry corner where she gets a fantastic reception. Just a little over 8 minutes. Newcastle United 1, Portsmouth 1. They're all crowding the goalkeeper, Hannah Horton. There's literally everybody but about 3 players on the line. Here we go. Tyler Dodds crosses it, and it goes straight out for a goal kick. A bit of a waste.
It's a poor one, that one. That's her first poor delivery, because her delivery's been spot on today. That was her first poor one.
I do feel like fitness is playing a bit of an impact towards Portsmouth. I have to be honest. I think they've defended extremely well. I have to be honest.
Hashtag have gone 2-0 up.
Hashtag 2-0 up. Looks like they're on the verge of the final. Jeff. Hashtag a 2-0. Hashtag 2-0. So in the other semi-final, as Lee said, hashtag United 2-0 over Halifax.
Don't thank me, thank Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Long ball towards Jones.
Right, this is the sort of stuff that you've got to deal with 3 against 3 here.
Well, Greenwood does well against Jones, but she needs to release it. She does release it, and she releases it well to Barker on the left-hand side. Just keep the ball in this position. And then she loses it, unfortunately. But I'll tell you what, who's there? Georgia Gibson helping out once again towards this right-hand side. Tyler Dodds looks for Amber Keegan Stobbs. Can Newcastle get the goal? They deserved it. Crosses it in. Paige Bailey-Gale. Still Paige. Still blocked by Portsmouth. Putting their bodies on the line here.
What a block.
Leah Cataldo to Emma Kelly in the middle of the park, who plays it to Hannah Greenwood. She'll have Tyler Dodds on the right, but she goes long. And Portsmouth clearing it to throw into Newcastle. They just need that half yard, don't they? Can they get that half yard? Can they?
I don't think there's going to be a change until extra time.
If it gets there, who knows? Yeah. Still 1-1 here at St James's Park. We're in the 83rd minute here at St James's.
It's like a 1-1 hammering.
Paige, lovely ball. Left-hand side. Crosses it in. And the keeper comes and collects. It's very easy. Very, very easy. I think Portsmouth are trying to see it out a little bit. You can't understand. I know the crowd are booing. You can hear the boos in the background, but you can't blame them.
Yeah, they're trying to slow the game down.
Slow the game down. Cataldo with the header, but it comes out to Quirk, who picks the ball up centre of the park. She's in the final third.
Offside. Offside.
Looking for Emma Jones, who's offside. This time she's offside.
Couldn't do that for the equaliser, though, could you? Oh, there is. Casey Elson.
Substitution. Casey Elson. Who is she coming on for? That will be the interesting
I reckon
thing.
it'll be for Tyler.
Casey Elson's coming off for.
Substitution.
Yeah, Tyler.
Tyler Dodds is off.
Women coming off. Number 7, Tyler Dodds. To be replaced by number 11, Katie Elson.
Casey Elson, who scored that goal, of course, against Nottingham Forest.
Different type of player. She will just run at you.
She's a big game player, as Casey Elson. Goals against Nottingham Forest away at the City Ground and Burnley.
Yeah.
2 tough away games.
Whereas Tyler likes to whip the ball in. Casey will give me the ball, knock it 5 yards, I'll beat you for pace.
I'd argue she's in terms of physical fitness, Casey's probably one of the.
Well, she's a marathon runner, isn't she?
Yeah. McQuaid and looking for Elson, who doesn't keep it in.
Not a great ball, but never mind. What do you call it? Do you know that cartoon? Is it Roadrunner? It goes, meet me.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. I've never watched it before.
Jeff will know what I'm on about. You know that cartoon that goes, meet me? Is it the Roadrunner? Roadrunner. I thought I was right. You have to Google that. That's what Casey Elson is.
Casey, place it to Emma.
Can't believe
Back
Johnny doesn't know that.
We'll talk about that later, because Casey Elson's on the run. Here we go. Twisting, turning. Will she get it crossed in right footed? She will into corner.
Do you remember Coyote?
No, watched it. Never watched it.
He blows himself up the DNA all the time.
Oh yeah, now I remember that. Yeah,
he says he doesn't like.
I don't, but you know, we'll say it for the video.
I think I've grown a grey hair. Let's not talk about grey hairs, Gary. We'll move on from that.
Just 86 minutes on the clock. Newcastle United
just for men. Beards hour here.
It's going to be Emma Kelly this time, because obviously Tyler Dodds has come off for Casey Elson. Kelly with the corner. Is it even in play? It's not. It's a bit of a waste again. That's 2 corners in the trot where it's been a waste.
Yeah, a couple of deliveries.
It's getting towards that moment.
We talked about fitness as well, because they have slowed down a little bit. They've got to go another 30 minutes if this guns in ET. Do you know what I mean?
And what I will say as well, though, Lee, in regard and at this moment of the game, any goal now will probably be the winner. Newcastle have got to stay focused.
That vulnerability at the back, isn't it?
It's a mistake from Greenwood. But it's well recovered by Greenwood. Well recovered. We should look for Elson, but it's well played by Collins, who reads it really, really well.
Well done,
but
Jazz.
I'll tell you what, Jazz McQuaid does exceptional here.
She covers well for Hannah there, because if she doesn't, she's in.
And Potts plays the ball to Greenwood down this right-hand side. She'll have a bit of time to look where she wants to pass it to. She'll look for Amber Keegan-Stubbs, but it's well headed. McQuaid to Elson down this right-hand side, who's just come on, of course. Looking for Paige.
Needs to get in the game a bit.
Bailey Gale. Potsy against Jones on this left-hand side. But I tell you what, it's great. It's a great pass, you know. It was a great pass, but it was just a bit too long.
That's it. Come on, Barker.
What can Katie Barker do here on this left-hand side? She'll tell you what she will do. She'll cut in.
Oh, great
challenge is there. Gibson looking for Katie Barker.
Outweighed.
She wants to be the hero.
Outweighed.
But she'll play it wide to Casey Elson. Can she be the hero? Can she get past the man? That's it. That seems to... It's a foul by Casey Elson, who gives the free kick to Portsmouth.
Yeah, she hasn't got in the game yet, has she?
She's only been on a couple of minutes. She's only been on a couple of minutes.
Yeah, she will run for England.
I think she does run for England, doesn't she?
It
wouldn't surprise me.
All her Instagram posts, she's up mountains and everything. I'm like,
fair play. It takes some effort in terms of physically and mentally
to do that.
No, physically and mentally. Portsmouth free kick. They do keep it in, and they keep it in well. Portsmouth is safe.
Acme, that's it, the cartoon.
Portsmouth have safe possession. But it goes straight to Charlotte Potts as they try to go long, but Potty will go a little bit further forward.
First time Potty's now had a venture forward, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, she was looking for Paige Bailey Gale.
Ooh, it looks like she's done a hammy or... that a calf or
I think she's been accidentally stood on by Paige when she was trying to run through, and so I think that's where the injuries come from. I would expect maybe 4 or 5 minutes of injury time here. Just got a minute plus injury time here at St James's Park.
Considering, you know, you look at Burnley after the Forest game where we got beat. We all looked at the Burnley fixture. That's massive, and you know, Burnley were one of the favourites for the league. We're like us and Forest, and we absolutely annihilated them. It was a one-way show. And then you're coming up against Portsmouth, who were the best in the Southern Division. And to be honest with you, yes, a couple of scary moments.
Jas McQuaid wins the ball,
but generally, 90% of this game has been Newcastle.
Has, but it's not finished yet, and it's still 1-1 here at St James's into the last minute plus injury time. Cataldo has to win the ball, and she does. She wins it well. Portsmouth player right on her backside, but she manages to get it away. Emma Kelly plays it to Jas McQuaid. She'll maybe ask for it back, and she does get it back to Emma Kelly. And she'll look for it on the left-hand side for Katie Barker, who'll have the time and the space of the strawberry corner. Will she look for the cross? She will. Right-footed. Georgia Gibson makes it 2-1 in the 90th minute.
Yes!
Annie Cook goes down towards the Gallagher. Georgia Gibson. She just has a knack of scoring goals here at St James's Park. She celebrates at the Gallagher. Anna Salisbury's just done a marathon run right with the players, and we're heading to the 90th minute. 7 minutes of injury time. Newcastle United 2, Portsmouth 1.
Brilliant scenes. Andy Cook forgot where he was for a moment, running down the byline like a Jose Mourinho. Anna Salisbury follows him. Anna Salisbury jumps on Andy Cook, and then Anna Salisbury thinks, you know what, I'm going to go and see the girls. She runs over and celebrates with the team. As I say, Georgia Gibson has scored in every competitive game that we've played here.
She loves a goal. She loves a goal. She gives it the big one.
7
towards the Milburn stand. She gave it a big one towards the Gallagher. But she just loves the big occasion. She loves the big moments, and that is a huge goal. Could that send Newcastle United to the final of this cup competition? What a moment! What a moment here for Newcastle United in this game.
And I'm just changing the image, everybody, to Newcastle United are winning second half. Very late in that second half, but you know what? We deserve that.
We're into the 7 minutes of injury time here. Now it's about seeing the game out. Portsmouth are going to have to take risks. Could Newcastle take advantage of it? Georgia Gibson gets past.
Through again, yeah.
Gets past Danny Lane. She runs into the box.
She needs to
She's got options left and right.
She has looked up.
But it goes straight to the Portsmouth player. Comes back out to Emma Kelly. She has Casey Elson on the right, and she picks her out. Can Casey keep the ball in? Of course she can. Can she get past her player? She'll play it back instead to Hannah Greenwood. He'll cross it in. Oh, so close. Nearly flicked towards Katie Barker. Cataldo. It's probably too early to get in the corner. But Newcastle get the cross and punched away from Horton. Casey Elson looking for...
We'll have that. We'll have that.
Yeah, look.
Substitution. Bridget Galloway.
Yeah, Bridget Galloway's going to be
Shauna
coming on.
Wilkinson is coming on.
Bridget Galloway will definitely be coming on. I would imagine to be for Paige Bailey-Gale.
Are you going to get Anna on?
Substitution.
It is going to be Paige.
United women coming off. Number 90, Paige Bailey-Gale.
Yeah, Paige Bailey-Gale's coming off. Bridget Galloway, who's the top goal scorer for Newcastle United women this season, she's coming on. Shauna Wilkinson just been told to put a bib on just for the time being.
To be replaced by number 18, Bridget Galloway.
Portsmouth have travelled a long way. They'll be really proud of the performance. Maybe, I don't know. Galloway comes on. Can she add to her goal tally this season?
Shauna's ready to come on as well. I think Anna's now... I don't know, it's like 50-50. Are they bringing Anna on or they're not?
Portsmouth have gone 2 up front. But they just can't seem to keep the ball at this moment in time.
Well, I'll tell you what, Grandad said, Portsmouth will definitely not be running the clock down now. It'll be...
Just being sensible, isn't it? Just being sensible. Greenwood with the throwing down this right-hand side, looking for Galloway, who just about flicks it on, but doesn't seem to get enough on it, and Portsmouth can clear. And it's 2-on-2 a little bit here. If they don't get it right, but you know who gets it right? Charlotte Pott, because she gets it right every time at St James's Park.
Great performance by her. Expect now less of her though. She'll just take it on stride and say, that's what I'm there for.
Portsmouth are on the attack, but can Hannah Greenwood deals with it well, but she'll have to go and kick it out for a throw-in.
They're making a triple sub. Portsmouth again for it, they've got it.
Well, they're bringing on all the rest of their players. Ella Wild, Ella Humphrey and Anna Rolfe all coming on for Portsmouth.
They've got again for it, they've got now to lose. You may as well get beat 3-1. You may as well go for it.
Just hope for the best almost, if you like.
Substitution for Portsmouth women. We have coming on.
We've still got 3 minutes plus whatever the referee wants to add on. There's going to be more than 3 minutes of injury time left.
"25 off, Izzy Collins, to be replaced by number 16, Ella Humphrey."
Great first name.
Also coming off for Portsmouth Women FC, we have number 17, Georgie Freeland.
Portsmouth players in a hurry to get off this pitch because they know they need to try and get that ball in the back of the net. As I've mentioned, still got 2.5 minutes plus whatever the referee wants to add. Probably looking towards 10 minutes of injury time rather than 7.
20, Ella Wild.
Yeah, there might be some extras with these subs, and obviously we've just brought on Bridget, haven't we? And it looks like, I don't know if Shauna's still coming on, but that looked like that was going to happen.
All the Portsmouth substitutes.
Wait, look how many they've got on the box now.
They've all came on, so everybody has played.
In and around the box, they've got 4 or 5 now.
That's a foul throw from Portsmouth.
Yeah. The last thing you want in the opposition is a foul throw.
And that's not what you want at all. When you've not really had the ball in an attacking area for a little while, that's not what you want at all. But Newcastle United are minutes away, a few minutes away from meeting #United in the final, by the look of it.
Blip, you've missed it all if you've just got in. Newcastle United are winning 2-1. Stoppage time goal by the girl who always scores here, Georgia Gibson.
Cleared by Greenwood as the ball went forward as a throw into Portsmouth. Rutherford will look to take it. And this one's absolutely fine in terms of this throw-in, but I'll tell you what's not fine, it's not keeping the ball. Portsmouth need to keep the ball. It's Rutherford, there's a bit of space down this right-hand side here. Portsmouth are going to have to try and get it in. They've got a chance here, Portsmouth. It's a great challenge from the captain, Amber Keegan Stubbs. It's a corner. It's a corner for Portsmouth, and the keeper is going to come on as well. Is it a bit too early for that?
Is she not?
No, she's not. It's going to be Emma Jones with the corner, left-footed. And I'll tell you what, Grace Donnelly has done superb there. She's come out and cleaned her area, and that is what you want from your goalkeeper. Yeah, really good, because she's not really had a lot to do in the second half, and especially the last 20 minutes. That is absolutely fantastic.
She's had a great view of the Gallagher most of the game, hasn't she? Just admiring the view.
Absolutely fantastic from Grace Donnelly. Running down the clock. Big kick towards the heart of the Gallagher. Looking for Bridget Galloway, but it's well headed by the Portsmouth defender. Greenwood looking to get there. She does get there. It's just been absolutely fantastic. It's Hannah Greenwood looking for Katie Barker down the left-hand side. Barker coming inside again, looking for Bridget Galloway, and it's so unlucky because it's the first touch is a little bit better inside the box. She's got a shot at goal.
Yeah, she had a better touch there. She's got a shot on.
Cataldo with the header after the long ball from the goalkeeper. It's a great chance. It's Jones. What a challenge from Charlotte Potts.
What a challenge. That is a goal-saving challenge by Charlotte Potts. It's just stopped Portsmouth from scoring. Player of the match is right there.
100%. 100%. What a challenge from Charlotte Potts.
Portsmouth management want the whole lot up.
It's a Portsmouth free kick. We're past the 7 minutes allocated, but we have had substitutions. We have had a goal. Bang on this as well. Bang on the 90th minute. It's a 2-player wall. McQuaid and Elson. Everybody is in the box.
Even Bridget's coming back. Everybody bar the goalkeeper.
The only person that's not in the box is the Portsmouth goalkeeper. Can Newcastle see this out? Jones with the free kick. Headed by the Portsmouth player. Quigg. Saved by Grace Donnelly.
We'll have that.
Is that enough? The referee looks at a whistle. Newcastle United are moments away from the final. It's Newcastle United 2, Portsmouth 1. They're so close. They are so close, this Newcastle United team.
As Eddie Howe would say. So close.
Yes. Grace Donnelly kicks it high. We've played 98 minutes and 20 seconds. Header from Jasmine McQuaid.
How we ref blow the whistle.
Rutherford kicks it far and long. Who deals with it? Greenwood or Potts? It's Potts, of course it's Potts. And Galloway does well to flick the ball on. Portsmouth just trying to get it further forward. They do get it further forward, but it's out for a throw into Newcastle. 2 minutes left.
2 minutes.
There's still 2 minutes left.
Becky Langley can't believe
according
it.
to the referee.
Becky's just like, how's that 2 minutes? She's furious with that. She's not happy at all.
There has been a lot of stoppages, but
Get
2
down that
minutes seems
corner. That'll
excessive.
do. Well done, Bridget.
2 minutes seems a bit excessive. I have to be honest. We're getting close
Lead again.
We're now playing the 100th minute here at St James's Park. Newcastle United 2,
Newcastle have the
Portsmouth 1.
ball in our final third. Becky's obviously saying to the referee, how's the 2 minutes?
It's going to be Hannah Greenwood that takes the throw in. It's all about just managing expectations, managing the game. Down the line, Greenwood to Casey Elson, who flicks on really well to Bridget Galloway.
Corner flag it.
Elson looking to do it and finish it herself,
Corner
but she
flag it.
can't. Straight to Hannah Horton in the goal for Portsmouth.
Should have got Bridget in that corner.
Probably looking at just over a minute left here at St James's Park. Newcastle just wanted to get over the line.
That's it. Corner flag it. That's a yellow card. We've got the advantage, man.
It's
We'll
a
take
free
the free kick.
It's a free kick to Newcastle. Jasmine McRae does really, really well there. It's a yellow card for the Portsmouth player. And it's just running down the clock. I think that might just be it for Portsmouth, but great news for Newcastle United.
There's got to be some world celebrations.
Yeah.
The
I think there will be.
We're literally directly behind Becky, about 78 yards.
There's not as many players forward, but it looks like I personally
Jasmine's
think
obviously waving up the Gallagher. There's got to be some celebrations, yeah.
I think they'll be looking towards Katie Barker down the strawberry corner. Portsmouth fans giving it everything, just finally. It's going to be actually towards Casey Elson.
Potsy's looking for that corner job, going over there.
It's so unlucky from Casey because she wins it, but it's on the back of her head. Referee looks at the whistle once again. Amber Keegan stops, heads it away. Can Leah Catano chest it up?
Get it down that corner flag.
It's full time. Newcastle United have done it. They are in the final. It's finished here. Newcastle United 2, Portsmouth 1. What a game of football. But Newcastle United deserves it. They have beaten Portsmouth by 2 goals to 1. They're in the final. Congratulations to Betty Langley and her side. The crowd are absolutely delighted. They are in the League Cup final. Betty Langley punches the air in celebration. Hugs between all the management and the players. They are in the final. Amanda Staveley's just walking past us. She's delighted as well.
Just went past us.
She's
just run past us. Good. Amanda Staveley's actually having a fangirl moment. Out. Look, Amanda Staveley. Amanda Staveley's running onto the pitch. She wants to be part of that.
What a moment. What a result. What an occasion. 2 fantastic teams, but it's Newcastle United that have edged out Portsmouth, and they have won by 2 goals to 1. Charlotte Potts with the first goal for Newcastle, an equaliser by Emma Jones just under 10 minutes after. But then on the stroke of the 90th minute, Georgia Gibson, she just has a knack of scoring late goals and big goals for Newcastle United. And there is another one. Georgia Gibson, the goal scoring hero. And here comes Sweet Caroline.
Caroline.
The good times are still coming here at Newcastle United. They're in the final of the League Cup. They are top of the league. Is Becky Langley's side on course for a league and cup double? What a job. What a
Amanda
season that could be.
Crying. Amanda Staveley's in tears.
She's hugging Katie Barker.
She's trying to hold it all in.
It is an emotional thing. It is, for the ownership to see the team do well, and especially with the women's team. Again, we've mentioned how they weren't really involved at all, but celebrations are in the air. Newcastle will go to Kenilworth Road on the 24th of March in the Cup final. They will take on likely to be #United. They were 2-0 up last time we heard the score. Everyone is absolutely delighted. The Portsmouth players going all to their fantastic support as well. But what a moment. Absolutely fantastic. Unbelievable scenes here.
Amanda's hugging Becky in the
There's still time to play between Halifax and #United. They've played 82 minutes. It's Halifax
Amanda's
0.
a part of the huddle now. Look at that.
What a huddle. Halifax 0, #United 2. But let's look at the scenes where we'll describe the scenes. Massive huddle. The owner, the players, the management team, everybody involved. They're all singing Sweet Caroline, and they're all having a little dance, if you like. It's almost like they're doing the hokey-cokey, left leg in, left leg out. But it's all celebratory moods here at St James's Park. 22,307 fans saw Newcastle United get over the line.
A great game here at St James's Park this Saturday.
They have beaten Portsmouth by 2-1. All the best to Portsmouth in their league campaign. They should win the league, but it's Newcastle's day today. Newcastle have...
That game's still in play.
What a game. It looks like it's 2-1, but realistically it was a bit of a battering 2-1. Really, it should have been more, because that was a dominant display from Newcastle United. Do everybody stay tuned later. We've got the last word from last night, which I still haven't got round to because I was absolutely knackered. We've got the match vlog, so we're in for a busy night at NFTV. We've got loads coming. We've got interviews. We've got the celebrations. You'll see Amanda later crying when she runs on the pitch. Gerard Passwell goes, oh, like that, like a little fangirl. Becky's giving it large. You'll see all of that later on. Join us later on, everyone, for NFTV. Final words, Johnny?
Like and subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV and get in the lasses there through to the cup final. It's finished here. Newcastle United 2, Portsmouth 1.